Support for today's episode of Black Girl Podcast comes from Form.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? It's your girl, Yvonne Orji, a.k.a. Molly on HBO's Insecure, and you are tuned into the Black Girl Podcast, because Black girls do it better.
Yeah. Black Girl Podcast. We back. We here.
We
Finally.
finally.
All right. We're finally here. I'm your girl, Scotty Beam.
I'm Gia Peppers.
It's Safira M.
It's Alicia P.
It's Bex.
Oh, God. Now
I'm
she
Black
goes
Darga
back.
BLVK
All right. Shout out to Kofi.
Oh my
What?
God. Rebecca's
Kofi's
plucking her
cerebral.
eyebrows is more important than this episode.
It's not good to pluck your eyebrows.
Oh, you're
I would say
Kofi.
my handle, and he would like
Feel
I'd
away.
speed up the end, and he would speed it up with me.
Aw, you guys are mad cute.
Yeah, we're friends.
Also, hi to Kofi from Queen Sugar.
Oh, yay.
We've been threatened, y'all, that if we don't record faster,
We're going.
we need help
to get
because
slapped.
they out here looking for us.
Who's they?
The people in Twitter world,
Oh.
atting us in our DMs.
Now, let's
Like-
all be respectful on Twitter as well.
Please
'Cause
let's
we
be
may
respectful.
be, you know,
Wilding for
hosts and
respect.
stuff, but we still Black girls.
Shit has been crazy.
And we got a
Summer
podcast.
was crazy.
Summer was.
This
Wait,
summer-
why y'all saying was? It is
almost
not
over.
over
It's
yet.
I'm sorry.
It's
that's
over,
It ain't
bro.
even- let me Google the last day of summer just so y'all know.
Not the last day.
Because
The
when is
done.
the first day of fall?
It ain't even been really hot though, like that, which I'm kind of grateful for.
I'm about to say, excuse me?
I'm just saying, like, you know how New York City has had some
Hot
hot
ass days.
ass-
Summer ends on September 21st,
Oh,
okay?
so we got like a month.
Girl.
It's over as soon as August ends to me. That's it. We're done.
That's mad school of
Back
you.
to school.
That's mad school. As soon as August ends, I'm out.
First day of school outfit.
Worst
Can we
thing
do
about
a first day of school episode?
worst thing
That
about
should be
hot as summer days is your hair and how to do it. You see what I'm looking like right now?
He's
This
so
bun
cute,
been
though.
like this.
Exactly how you look like right
Come
now.
over here.
Crazy.
You asked the goddamn
Make
question.
me come
Crazy.
over there.
How
It's love.
respectful we
Yes.
are.
It's nice. You should use some of
Black
that
girl
Form pomade on your head.
I have. Actually, I use their shampoo and their conditioner, and I really like their shampoo.
Form beauty.
I agree because it's not. I still feel a lot of moisture in the suds when I
Yes.
shampoo, which is usually not the case when I use other products. I don't feel like I don't have good slip when I'm actually washing it.
Right. I agree. I've been having like really flaky hair lately. I don't know.
Dandruff.
This-
Is it
yo.
flaky hair? Is that really something?
You know what I mean.
They don't want to.
Flaky
People don't
scalp
want to
is
say
what I meant to
dandruff
say.
because it sounds so dirty.
No.
It sounds so
Dander.
dirty.
You got
Sounds like
It's
dandruff.
hereditary. In some
Dandruff.
cases, it's hereditary. It's alright.
No, it's not that deep.
It's
It's just
hereditary.
been a little
Sometimes,
dry. My
yeah.
scalp has been dry.
Mm.
Oh my God, Rebecca. No, my scalp has just been dry. And when I used the shampoo, I didn't have all that flakiness in it. And I just was like, oh, finally I found something that's not drying out my hair and is also moisturizing my scalp. So I really like their shampoo and the leave-in and the pomade.
I like the leave-in. I use the leave-in. I also
Yes.
condition my hair overnight. So I'm going to take a picture and I'll probably, if you guys want me to, I'll post it on Twitter when you guys see this to see how my hair looks after doing this. It's not too oily, which I really do like.
Right.
I don't like oily hair at all. It weighs my hair down. As soon as I put an ounce of oil in it, it's over.
Yeah.
So when I use their conditioner, the hydrate conditioner, I slept with it overnight. Then I put the leave-in in, and it was all right. Then the pomade to smooth, the baby hairs down, of course, because they're very important. Gia used the pomade as well.
Yes.
And what do you like most about it?
I mean, for me, I think when you are finding a pomade, you have to make sure that the texture feels right. I also just like things that smell good, and it smells good.
Yeah.
And not to mention, their commercials are so popping. The Form Beauty like advertisements. Have y'all seen them?
Yes.
They're so empowering
beautiful.
and like beautiful and like correctly like
Really nice
tasteful
colors.
colors.
Yeah, I love the
I was gonna say something, but I knew you would take it
Yes.
away.
She hits
So
you with
she's
like
the coloring, right?
the artistic
The video
Right.
is just incredible, and the pictures
vibrant.
and the cinematography.
So
That's what I know.
y'all are crazy now. All of y'all have natural hair, so y'all know that the dryness of it is definitely important not to have.
Yes.
But I went permed about a couple months ago, so I use their
Back to the creamy crack.
I know.
Oh, you went
expected
creamy
better
cracky?
I did. I went back to the creamy crack, and their processed products are really good, and their products are for hair color too. So I just colored my hair like 2 weeks ago. What I liked about it is that it kept the color vibrant. You know,
It is shining right now.
And I
She got
haven't-
the slick back.
See, I got
down.
my slick
Yeah.
back going. I didn't do my hair, but I really like the leave-in spray that they had, like Deani was saying, because that
Yeah.
made my hair softer. Like I could just feel like the softness from it.
I mean, to take it, back to just the design. I really appreciate a good, like, aesthetically pleasing design. I mean, the bottles alone, the
Yeah.
collection is just so pretty. So
It's very.
I mean, they did that. They did.
Yeah,
their
they
thing.
did. They did. It's very chic. Everything is
It's a very chic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Very
you can like
chic
put it
product.
up, and when you have your product stuff all over your counters, you can
Yeah.
design a space.
It does look
So I was
pretty,
gonna
though.
go
It
into
does.
that because I actually just threw a lot of products out,
Yeah.
or I
Right.
gave them to my mom because I'm not natural anymore. So the way that
You
it
never
looks,
going back?
I maybe but right now we just decided. I switch up my hair so much, y'all.
She does.
I'm probably gonna have something new next episode. But
Yeah.
anyway, the way that it looks on my shelving, which is also like a dark pink, it just really blends in well. But I recently sat on a focus group for L'Oreal not too long ago, and they were
I want to do that.
they were thank you, Gia. They were talking about like how products need to be aesthetically appealing to women as well. So
Yes.
this reminds me of that. Like this just falls right in line. This is something that I would go to the shelves and be like, oh, this is cute,
Yeah.
real chic,
To the
sleek,
eye.
yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Very attractive to the eye.
So, you guys can find out about Form Beauty on Instagram. It's at Form Beauty. And, of course, formbeauty.com. But, Leash, tell them the really poppin' news,
Yes,
doll.
yes. The poppin' news is you can start your form consultation right now and receive 10% off your entire order by going to formbeauty.com/BGP.
Yeah.
The discount applied at checkout, and that's it.
With form, it's personal.
Yes,
I like
honey.
that.
You better slay.
Thank you.
That was good. All right, we can have a conversation now.
Hey.
So now,
Hey,
first thing
friends.
we have to all talk about is, well, it's Monday, and we talked about Insecure. We haven't talked about Insecure. I've read about 2 think pieces.
I can't.
Already?
I did.
Yeah, people got
Right.
very smart brothers. All
yeah. Very
They be
Smart
at
Brothers
it.
is always on it. Shout out
Because
to y'all.
I love them.
Because
I wanna
somebody,
marry
I
one.
think I read on Essence, it was like how we're seeing Lawrence's true colors. Like his fuckboyness is just coming to true form now. And like, here's my thing. I think the episodes are amazing. What's going on right now?
Yo.
It's
Great.
amazing.
Great.
They're great episodes. Issa is hurt as fuck.
Yeah.
And Lawrence is hurt as
I was
fuck.
about to say, he's hurt too.
He's very hurt. I love that he was in front. Oh, spoiler alert! If you didn't watch the episode,
Oh,
you
yeah.
might wanna
Spoiler.
Stop. Tune out now.
Yeah.
Watch the episode.
But when he was in after fucking them 2 white girls,
Oh my god.
Boo. Getting
And
used by those 2
eating-
white girls
eating-
for dick.
ass and vagina of people you don't really want to be like. My thing is, I thought you only eat ass for people you want to be with.
Like you
He
saved that.
wasn't
You
eating
saved that
ass.
He was eating her
He was
ass,
eating
bro.
something.
He ate her out, not
No,
her
he-
whole ass.
He ate her ass too. She was sitting on his face.
Mhm.
Do you know what else is connected? This thing's
I mean, I
connected.
would hope so.
Right. So my thing is, I thought that if you were like semi-involved, then you eat the ass. But
Not semi.
you eat the ass. You don't eat the ass of. I mean, I'm not saying it's different
Somebody
if it's a
that you
white
just
woman.
met 2 hours
Right.
ago.
In
Right,
line
you're
at
a
the
freak.
grocery-
You eating everything. Stop. There's no fucking limit and rule to when you having sex and you with it. Like you do everything.
Talk your shit,
You do
babe.
everything
There's-
when you have sex.
If you about it, if you feel that freaky, like I'm gonna try everything. I'm on
Right
right,
now
now.
with this
I mean, they were
person.
having a
it's
threesome.
good
They're
sex,
already
he has
having
a
a
point.
threesome. Like,
Right.
He has a
you
point.
might as
you off the
well.
fucking.
I got my limitations.
I mean, my whole thing was like, I for the
has a very good
probably
point.
like enjoyed that part of the episode. If one, I watched porn. 2, if my mom wasn't in the room, she got pissed. I mean, my mother walked out and was like, "Turn that shit off. This is I don't know why I told y'all it's too much."
it's too
And I was like,
Sorry, mommy
Issa.
Pepper.
Because Issa don't, like, that was so left from what, like, I
Yeah.
ever expected to see on the show. Because they usually, like, I mean, to get a little awkward, it's usually a sex scene with them two. But, like,
Yeah.
it was just boom, right there.
Yeah.
She was like, well, you're a black cock. It was like a lot.
yeah.
Because
that was
that's
real
the
sexy.
truth.
I've talked to gentlemen who have had intercourse with ladies outside of their culture.
On the
Let's
White
phrase
Girl
this
podcast?
a little political.
Clean.
And that's how they say they respond to them is your big black cock or big dick. Yeah.
Oh,
Like I
God.
don't want to do it, but it's always like that comical
Yeah.
kind of like soliloquy to the person they're fucking, and it's just I don't know. I'm clearly I'm not of that culture, so I can't speak on it. But the gentlemen who have told me about it have
That's
all
happened
been consistent.
tons of times.
Speaking of fucking, a couple of episodes back when Issa was like, nebulous fuck, I automatically thought about Rebecca when she said that. That was the episode, what was that? The second episode, I think, when Molly came over and she was talking to Issa about their fucking situation. And she was like, I guess that was a nebulous fuck. I'm like, Rebecca, did you write that line in? Because only Rebecca would say something like nebulous fuck.
I don't know. I don't know.
I appreciated the day party so much until Yvonne, aka Molly, started getting all with Doo and Mary Doo.
Okay, so we were kind of talking about that
Okay, can we
before we
talk about
started
it?
recording.
Okay.
I don't think that, and Dee said it too, I don't think that he's telling the truth.
He's
right,
not-
because
oh, no, he's
when they
lying.
were all together, Bay was all up on him,
All up
like
on him.
boxed out the nigga in front of
Yeah.
him. Gone. Like, no,
Like,
lies you tell.
Hey, we're here. How you doing?
Hey, babe, want to get that second flavor of donut?
Yeah.
I refuse to believe that man is open. They're open in an open relationship. And if they were open, I really think there are restrictions to it. Like, don't fuck my friend.
Right.
I don't think they have I don't believe that she's gonna allow this to happen.
She's fucking
The
Matt,
wife.
man. She's fucking him.
No,
Yeah.
Molly's definitely gonna do
Molly's
it
gone.
because
Yeah,
she
Molly's
really does
gone.
like dude.
Yeah.
And he's a likable dude. He's cute. He's funny. I like him.
I don't like that slick back.
She likes him all of a sudden.
No, I don't think
Nah,
it's. She made
even
it
when they
very
were-
clear that they knew each other for a very long time.
Yes,
She's
when
comfortable.
she met him
Right.
in the donut shop, didn't mention anything to Issa or any of her friends, any of the scenes. There was no mention of him in the script
Right.
until the day
no,
party.
No, she did. She did.
Or she had mentioned that they ran in, but she
Yeah.
talked about him and his girl. She didn't talk about any type of affection towards him or liking him. And so he was like, oh, by the way, it's an open relationship. Now it's like, oh, I actually
You
am
know what's-
attracted to you in that way.
But you know what's weird though? I think she likes what they have. Like I think she likes their relationship. And she's
Reminiscing.
like so obsessed
And
that
I feel
like
like
she want to be in there.
Yeah.
And I feel like she was putting it out there to her friends when she mentioned the both of them. Like, guess who I saw? Remember so-and-so, they went to high school or college, whatever together. But it was just kind of like, remember so-and-so? I saw him in da-da-da-da. Whatever the girl's name is.
None of them were against it. Like no one in that conversation
They
was like,
wasn't.
no. They was always like, so what you gonna do,
Right.
sis?
Right.
Because they probably know
why?
they've probably been feeling each other forever.
And Molly haven't fucked in a minute too. You have to. Molly's trying to tone down her whole ways. It's very.
Yeah.
I see that it's very hard to let go of those ways.
Like, go with a hoe.
Right. But you know, Molly's trying to do right. She's trying to do right.
I'm
and
just
it's
curious
hard.
as to why, like, and I don't understand this. If they're clearly Molly, you have options. You have options that you have turned down. This is
Self-sabotage.
messy. You
She's
can't
self-sabotage.
You can't determine whether or not he's telling the truth about it being an open relationship. You already know that he is committed to somebody.
Right.
Why enter into something that just seems so convoluted?
Because
when you
women
have
like drama.
options?
People like drama. Women.
why?
But I also
Like-
think she may think there's no strings attached.
And we like a
So-
story
Even if
too.
not.
We like a story.
Bitches love a fucking story.
We love a story.
That's what I
Oh,
said
we
earlier. I
met.
think
They
she
was
might be doing it
together.
for the experience, just to like check
Right.
it off. Like I've done this in my
Right.
life.
But then she gonna get with this man, get involved, then really like this dude. Then he gonna be like, oh, remember I'm married.
Exactly. Not just for the
Then
experience.
she's gonna be wanting
Bitches
to
love
go
a
see a therapist
backstory.
again.
Bitches love.
Will there be another?
I'm telling you, bitches
We
love.
better not do no
Oh my
threesome. I swear to
God.
God. I swear to God, if they do a threesome on Insecure, I'm gonna have to fight you.
Well, they
Who?
technically already
Who's
did
doing a
with them white
threesome?
bitches.
No, that's what I mean.
But-
Another one
With
who?
them.
Who's
with
them?
Molly.
Molly,
Oh, I
Molly,
didn't
and the
even-
old dude and
No,
wifey.
they're not
I
gonna do
did.
that.
Didn't
And
think
Janae
about
from the
that.
game.
No, they're not. They're not gonna do that.
What?
That's
Janae from
Janae.
the game. Okay, girl. Yeah.
I don't know.
She
I don't
always
think
played
so.
a girl that she's just not like they don't want nobody to like
I
her.
don't want Janae to flourish.
She done moved one. She not even, and now she about to get cheated on. But anyway,
Yeah.
I thought the episode is really cool. I like the day party aspect because
It's a real thing.
they were really like
Yeah.
talking like how we would at a day party.
walking in, how you would walk
The
in.
kicking people out of the table. I got
Yes.
so much joy from because I do it all the time.
You
Don't
ain't pay
you
for
come
this.
here. You ain't pay for this.
You ain't pay for this,
Then after
sis.
that,
Bye.
Do you know him? My favorite letter. I mean, my favorite question is: do you know them?
I do.
Do you know them?
This your friend?
Does anybody know them?
No. Anybody know them?
No.
Cool.
Hi. Listen. Hi.
Yeah.
You're gonna have
this
to
is
get
for
up.
us.
This is for us. My friends are coming. I'm sorry.
Be like, oh, y'all work together? Y'all work together?
Y'all don't know each
No,
other.
y'all
No,
know
you
each
don't
other.
know.
He didn't tell you
me.
to come sit, but you can get a drink. Air.
So wait,
yeah.
let's talk
You
about
can't even get a
though,
drink.
Issa getting back with Daniel because you know that's gonna happen.
Does he look cuter this season? Or
I think
is it
he's.
just is the beard just
I think
more
he's a little
glossy?
more.
I think he's good looking. Period.
He
Yes,
is a good looking
God.
man.
He is not on any social media platform.
I know. We
but I know his
stalked him about
sister,
it.
so
Ooh,
I'll
hey,
be in it, doing it.
Yes, his sister
Shout out to
was at
Lakin.
Essence Fest.
Hey,
and I was
sis.
here.
Hey, sis.
She introduced us. And I
Hi,
was like,
Lakin, baby boo.
Oh,
You my
hey.
sister, but you're not that much of my sister.
What's your
Why is it
Instagram?
For that to be
sis?
your brother.
For that to be your
My
brother.
love. You ain't that close.
Oh my God.
I had seen him at Essence Fest, and me and my friend took a video, and then we were like, pressed because we had to put it up or whatever. And then we was like,
Let's tag him.
Right, let's tag him. So then we seen him later that night at the concert. I
Yes,
was
she
like,
did.
hey, like,
And she walked
What's
up
your
to
why
him.
you don't got no Instagram? Like, what's your Instagram? He's like, I don't do social media. I was like, oh, because, we posted a video with you today. And he was like, what are you talking about? And I was like, wow, so you meet so many people. That's you. Okay, I get it. Like,
That's
I thought we
even-
had a moment. And then in the crowd, he was like, oh, I do remember. Like an hour later. I was like, nah, don't be looking at me now because I be looking good. Boy.
That's kind of
You
weird
know that.
an actor
Please
to
go.
not have
Boy.
social media. That might humble him in a sense. Like that might keep
Right,
him
like, that's
grounded.
actually mad
like,
cool.
That's
though.
very attractive.
I'm not
low-key.
on anything. I'm
And he's
just
like
gonna be this
28?
regular actor dude. That's sexy with
super
nice teeth.
But his-
and,
But once he gets a
Hey.
Denzel movie, they're going to be like, get your ass on social
Oh yeah,
media.
he's not gonna have. Well, he does have a
Oh,
choice,
no.
but
They're
he's
going to create one for him.
Yeah.
Someone is like on his
Like a fan
management team
page?
is going to be like,
He's fine. He's a fine.
But I'm
fine,
excited to see what's
very
gonna happen
fit,
with them.
chocolate,
I'm like, you know what?
well-spoken young man.
Mhm.
It's crazy that she.
King size is 6.
It's crazy that she like cozied up to him at the end of the ep. But I don't know if y'all guys watched The Wind Down.
Mhm.
Super clever. I like that title.
Me too.
But it kind of didn't make sense that like you're just so like lost in like the bullshit of LA life or a typical day party. And then you meet somebody that you just know and you're just like,
Comfortable.
yeah, shit happened, but
Comfortable.
yeah, what's
Yeah,
up?
because they also had a relationship prior to that. Like that was always
Or
kind
high
of like her
school?
what if as
Right.
well. Yeah, in high school.
And also, she's bored as fuck.
She can't
Yeah.
do
Don't
nothing but teach
forget,
them kids that
Like
don't
she's
want to be
bored.
taught.
She talking to dudes that she don't want to talk to. She fucking dudes she don't even really like that.
Yeah.
Then you have, okay, well, listen, I like the way he fucked me, and he's good looking, and I know him. So
And
I'm
he's
single now.
ambitious.
and I'm single. So
And
and Lawrence don't. And let me make this very clear. Lawrence don't want me no more.
But
No, he does.
He
But
does.
she don't know that though.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Right. That's what I'm going to say.
She
I
had
think-
Molly do the dirty work and the bitch, and the nigga still said no. So after
But-
that, you just
which
throw
I
it away.
also thought was a lie.
Yeah, it was because
Well,
I,
no,
that's
it's
what
all
I'm
a
saying.
lie.
I think it's gonna play out really
It's all a lie.
interesting, and it might get real heated too. Because if she's in Daniel face, Lawrence is sitting outside of her house after fucking white bitches and shit. Y'all didn't peep that? It's gonna come to light. The nigga gonna if the nigga did it one time, the nigga gonna do it again. That's not gonna be the first time he goes to her after he does something fucked up and he feels guilty.
Yeah.
He's gonna be like, "Fuck, it's gonna keep going."
Yeah.
It's like, let me sit outside. Let me start walking toward the door.
Yeah.
Let me actually get to the door. Like
Yep.
it's gonna fucking unfold.
Yeah, no, he
and
already
then
did
she's
it
gonna
this
be in the
time.
apartment with Daniel, and that's
Yep.
just gonna be the end
That's
of season
exactly-
two.
That's the ugliest way. I don't want
Exactly what's gonna
Yo.
happen. But he should have been honest. Just be honest.
What
That's
happened
what
to Tasha?
happened.
She's gone.
No,
Tasha, fuck you.
But no, she didn't. She said you hungry.
No.
No.
no, she said
You didn't see
she
this
said you're a
episode
real
yesterday?
fuck boy
Oh.
who thinks that he's being a nice guy.
Oh, that's right. After
Yeah.
the cookout. My bad.
yeah, yeah.
I love
Let's talk
Tasha.
about that
I'm Team
too.
Tasha.
I love Tasha too, but let's talk about that
What?
because okay.
Girl, start singing.
I feel like girls always know And should she have invited him to that fucking barbecue so
No.
soon?
No,
Exactly.
I get why she did.
And then
his
she
ass
went off
should have
on
said
him.
no.
She went off on him. His ass should have said no.
He
Yes,
shouldn't have gone. Period. Point blank.
no, but come on. You know that. Okay, y'all just got out of a fucked up situation. He told you that he went to fuck his ex. You got mad, and then you asked him, "Are you hungry?" That you shouldn't have let it. You shouldn't have let it pass. Nothing else pass. Let me just feed you and fuck you.
But that's what she did for being understanding. She was trying to be understanding of the situation.
I'm sorry. I agree.
And
So understanding to the point.
Save yourself.
Exactly. So understanding to the point that, baby, you want to come meet my entire family?
well,
Come
bitch,
on.
we watching fucking Thursdays, fucking ABC together. We watching Scandal. We watching How to Get Away with Murder. We
was
watching
not
all of that.
interested.
And he's trying to fuck and she not now.
Right.
But y'all relationship started with fucking. So what's up?
Yeah, I mean, I
She
can't.
has a
I
problem.
can't-
Like, let's be honest, guys. If some man can't, let's just put it in
Be
real
real
life.
then. Be
Let's-
real.
No, let's be
I
honest.
hate when niggas
No,
not
no,
real.
No, because I've been there,
Be
right?
honest.
And one time I invited a dude over, but just because I was like, I don't really know what else to do. I don't have no money, and like I don't really know you like that. So like,
I'm
let's
broke.
just hang out. Like, come to my house. I don't care, right? He was smart though. He was like, I'm really far away, like I can't come. So I respect people like that. But I also like thought about it. I was like, you don't even like. Why would you? Now you know he's gonna be asked about by everybody else in your family for the next 6 years. Like, come on, my G.
They're both wilding.
That's kind of.
She
And
coulda
they were
said
dating for like
no.
3 months.
Exactly.
3 months tops.
She could have said no.
She should have said
She
no.
should know. She should have never invited
Exactly. Right,
him.
that's
And
what
she
I'm
should have
saying.
figured
Okay,
out
she
what
did.
was happening.
She did. And at some point, Lauren should have said, you know
No.
what? That's not a good idea.
Because he was already feeling shaky in the knees when he was realizing
No,
things were
you
getting
just
too
like
cozy.
the pussy so much that you didn't want to
That's what
say
I'm
no.
saying.
So my thing is, you so fucking pussy whipped that you can't say anything like, hey, you know what? This is not a good idea. I'm just gonna leave you. I'm gonna just leave you. Period, to dry, and then say I'm gonna go out to my friends' things, and then not even tell you.
That's wrong. He was
That's
so
wrong.
He was so
wrong.
wrong.
He
He
did
was
tell
so
her.
wrong.
He did
He
tell
was
her.
so
He just
wrong.
didn't come back.
And
He
that's
was
No,
like,
but that's wrong.
That's
I
wrong.
know. I know.
That's
But
wrong. Period.
guys, he really was not giving her, like, he wasn't really giving her
You
everything.
kissed her in public
Bruh.
at the family function.
What I'm
bro.
saying is he wasn't, for her, I'm still stuck on
You
the
helping
fact
niggas put
that
together
she
speakers.
invited him.
Right.
She should have known.
She
Because
should've
he
known.
wasn't giving her that much to begin with. Like Beck said, y'all was watching
That's true.
Scandal and How to
That's
Get Away with
true.
Murder, and the nigga was like, oh, yeah,
I'm trying to fuck.
I'm trying to
She's like,
fuck.
You're not trying to just watch
Bitches
TV
know.
with me?
And
You
no,
know,
please
sis.
be
No.
clear.
Sis.
Please be clear.
No.
There, you can turn you could turn a situation
No, you
that
can't.
starts off. Yes, the fuck you can. Yes, the fuck you can.
Severa, it's
No,
okay.
you can't
Take
figure
a
it
deep
out.
breath.
Hitting a little
Yeah.
nerve. Hitting a little nerve right
I
now.
will give you guys a play-by-play on Twitter. Anyway,
You
you
can't.
can turn. Yes, you can turn a situation
that was just fucking into a
Absolutely,
serious
for
relationship.
sure.
can.
Yes.
You just gotta play your fucking cards right, and you can tell when a nigga is not into you the way that he's into you.
Top 5 cards right now. What are you playing?
Right. Please help me.
Wow.
Thank you.
Because
I
I
don't
have
know
no
how
idea what
this
you're talking
meant.
about.
You
Me,
give her
I'm
my
no,
microphone
right back to
back.
you.
Bruh, you
We
can
already know
tell.
what Rebecca's.
You can tell when a
So
nigga.
wait,
go-to is-
when y'all start fucking together, like y'all start fucking each other and whatever, and you know it's just fucking. At some point, you both are going to get into a area where you're like, hey, I kind of want to be with you. Is that how it works? Because I've never, when I just fuck,
Yes.
I just fuck. So I don't know.
And there are some people that just start off just fucking, and it turns into something completely different. The end.
Right, because it's a fairy tale.
Thank you.
Wait for that
It's a
shit.
fucking fairy tale. Yeah, so.
That's never
That's
happened to me. I have no
crazy.
idea.
That's
No.
But
But
Lawrence-
sometimes you just want to just fuck.
It's really ruined my dreams.
He's doing all of that because he can't do anything else
Sorry.
for himself. He misses her. And I thought the part where he was getting his apartment and he couldn't really make a decision, I thought that was symbolic to him missing Issa and not really being ready to fully remove himself out of her place. So that's why he kind of was in limbo and not getting the apartment. And then now he's gotten his
Right,
apartment.
but
and now-
Issa, let me just bring this back to Issa. Issa don't know shit about what's going on. She
No,
thinks
she
Lawrence
doesn't.
has moved on
Yeah, and that's his
completely
fault.
not
And
even
that's
thought
his
of.
fault.
So now she's acting out of hurt and sounding really hurt with
Absolutely.
these like, I don't know which nigga I'm gonna pick tonight. I'm like, girl, you sound so hurt. You don't know what nigga. Then you picking all these wrong niggas like the dolphin head nigga that I didn't even think a nigga is not cute. You
You don't
gotta
have to talk to her like that. That's crazy. We don't talk.
Oh no,
Can we
not
talk
not that
about
one.
sexy?
No, I'm
She's
talking about
the-
Mace.
The one that lives
The one
in
that
the
look like
apartment
Mace.
building.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, he's not cute at all.
So That nigga look
Mace-
that pointy ass head.
I'm sorry, Mace.
No, thank
looks
you.
good
Mace
in
is popping.
2017. We not gonna
Correct.
put that evil on Mace.
Mace-
And he got chocolate skin.
Mace is looking like 1995 Mace in 2017.
Y'all like-
Don't put
Yes.
that evil
Again,
on
like
him.
I said, this Mace looking ass. Well, Mace,
Jace.
the poor man's Mace. He looks
Mace on the
Okay.
corner.
crazy.
Mace who never made it.
Shout out to Mace,
Right.
even though we love you. You know who the guy on Instagram
Shout out
looks
to
like.
Mace.
Shout out to Mace.
So
No, his head was very slippery slope. It
and
was very.
you first of all,
That
that
sexy
nigga didn't
was
even know how to
so
fuck. So I was like,
trash.
why are you doing this to yourself, East?
And she
Like
didn't even
Luke
care.
James on the couch with
I
no shirt
know.
on. What is wrong with people?
Because he had a curly fro, and I would have did the same thing.
I love curly hair.
No, thank you.
I love Luke
I would have said,
James.
y'all stay blessed.
Luke, whenever.
Luke is
I don't
fine.
think,
You're
I mean,
ready.
Issa missing him or whatever, but she's like, what the fuck else am I gonna do? I
Right?
got
I'm
myself. I got
bored.
myself.
Well,
no,
call
not
Luke
I'm bored. It's
back.
like I got
Bored, bro.
this is the bed I made. I'm
She got to
lying
sleep in it. Like, there's
I'm
nothing to
sleeping in
do.
it.
But why can't
And
she
just
Took
just
the
call
pillow
Luke?
off already.
And just fuck up some more. I'm gonna do some more fucking up. I'm gonna fuck these niggas that I don't really care about. I'm gonna fuck, I'm gonna be in these relationships I know that I don't even give a fuck about. I'm gonna fuck up Daniel again. And then, because I'm
Oh,
hurt, I hurt
no.
people. Yes. She's gonna continue to hurt
Yo,
niggas.
what if they get in a real ass relationship?
They're not.
They're not. That's no. But I can't
That is
condemn
a
her.
multi-season signing deal. That's
Yeah.
what that is.
Daniel's gonna
So
get
deep.
in it again.
Yeah.
He's
But
gonna
I'm
get
not
his,
mad at her for that. I mean, I think that's
Me
a very
neither.
human process. I
Yeah.
think girls
Yep.
do that all the
All
time.
the
I
time.
did it.
He's gonna.
I mean, not that far.
Issa's
but-
gonna end up Lawrencing Daniel the same
Yeah.
way Lawrence
hurt
did
people.
Tasha.
Hurt people. She gonna
It's
hurt,
gonna happen.
boy.
And
And
poor
he gonna hurt.
Daniel.
Shout out to them
Does he
getting
even
in
know
season
that
3.
he ended the relationship?
He don't care.
I
He
know.
loves Issa. I
Yeah,
don't
he
know.
doesn't care because, like Rebecca was saying, in the wind down that they were talking about after, he was like really breaking his character down, and he was like, Daniel's on a mission. Daniel is the type of man that like he knows what he wants in life, and he's just gonna go get it. He's a music producer, and he just wants. Basically, he was like he just wants one girl. So like the way he was breaking down Daniel is like Daniel wants Issa. Like
That's it.
I want you.
Hey, my G, do what you gotta do.
But
Issa's
yo,
good
have
for
y'all
that
have y'all ever
want.
experienced being played like in front of a dude? Like when she got played in front of Daniel, when Broderick was like, "Yo, you really look like this. Like
Yo.
your hair really like that.
That's
like
crazy.
is
That
your
was so
voice
rude.
really
Like,
like
y'all
that."
going this way? And then she walked over. I was like,
You know how
yo.
embarrassing that is.
That's so
you know how
embarrassing.
cringeworthy that is to get played in front of your old work.
Yeah, that's
Your old work.
no, that's her. She could have left and never came back
Yo,
to
I
the
would've
show,
never-
and we'd have been like,
I
"I got you,
understand.
sis.
Understood.
Don't come
Right.
back.
He just laughed
It's
at her like,
okay."
Season finale.
No, I'd
Right,
been fine.
and shrugged it off. I would have been like,
Series
damn.
finale.
I don't think he laughing
Yeah.
at her like, look at your dumb ass. She's probably laughing like, you didn't even know what you're doing.
Right,
Come on, it's not
right.
really you.
I
Issa.
still don't
right.
care.
That's
I can't- I
because
don't want
the
that
fact that
either.
he sat with her and
Exactly.
was like texting her the
Yeah,
fingering, which
yeah.
was also a very interesting scene.
Super weird as fuck.
Wait, can I be honest? I thought the man was a woman.
Yeah, she looked.
I
I
thought-
mean, he looked very.
I thought when she
feminine.
was feeling down there, I thought she felt no penis, and that's what the faces were for, like the
Oh,
because she
thought
that
somebody
man
farted.
looked it like a woman.
and then
I
I was
knew
like,
immediately.
all
like a
right.
trans.
I knew immediately.
Definitely. knew.
But yeah,
From
Right.
past
Wow.
experience, I'm sorry.
Did you
I
say-
couldn't hear you through my headphones.
is that what I said?
Past experience.
I just knew immediately. Something.
I think there's another person in this room.
She's had several cheat meals. That's what she's saying.
I didn't.
Oh,
What did she say?
No, you had several cheat meals.
Oh, cheat man.
In fact, I have.
Indubitably.
right. Because
Well-
public doing things public is way more fun.
I'm sorry. Can you
Yeah.
explain
Doing
your
things private.
experience, Scotty B? 'Cause
Yeah,
you
I
made
mean,
a face.
I fucked
No, I was
publicly.
talking about the under the table
okay.
situation.
Yeah, I've
Episode
done that
18,
public,
guys.
Really?
Yes, I have. I've done that, and I've had sex in
Mhm.
what's some little dressing rooms.
Oh,
Love me a dressing room having
okay.
sex.
Do it.
Love me some dressing room sex, boy.
Do
This
it.
is a frequent thing I see.
It's no.
Cause you just going in
Yes.
over there. Love me a. Woo, woo. I love it.
Love
Right.
Zarda.
One thing I won't do though. I won't do
Get a
bathroom
Fit
sex.
Locker.
Bathroom sex.
No, it's too dirty for me.
That's
I
gross.
can't do it.
That's gross.
I
That's
don't know
gross.
how people do it. I don't.
Oh no.
What
There's
was like a
nothing that's that
hotel?
bad.
I've done
Or something nice.
A hotel like that we have a room, not like the hotel's
No, like
bathroom.
in the lobby.
Oh,
Oh,
Hotel lobby. They're
get it
clean.
down. They do be cleaner
wow,
than
Alicia,
like
you
New York.
have-
We already discussed this in prior episodes.
You're
We
right.
don't have to go back and discuss this
Okay.
episode.
Yeah.
Thank
Why
you.
your voice gets so
I
loud?
love how all of us put this stupid ass proper
on.
voice on.
We gotta grow up on each other about sex.
Dude.
Right. But I don't think I would have sex in a diner with my friends. I mean, I would be
That's
finger
weird.
popped.
That was weird.
And
And it was popping at the diner. It wasn't 6 people in there.
Right.
There was
It was like,
562
and, like,
people
other
at the
people get
diner.
to-
More titillating.
Right.
I know,
Like,
there's
so much more people.
What? But like, you don't mind that
Echoes
other
of
people can take a
free.
picture of you?
Of what? Who saw it
How?
at the table?
He
I
took a
gotta-
picture.
Oh, he did
Daniel
take
took
a
the
picture.
picture and sent it to
He
you. Said that's why she
did.
walked
Yes.
over.
He did. He did. She's right.
I don't want it to be so
Wait,
visible that you
Was
can
it
see
a picture or was he just sent her a text?
No, I
It was
think he
like,
took a
is
picture.
your friend-
He literally was like, there was a picture sound effect. He was
Oh.
like,
Yeah, because he texted her first, like your friend's getting fingered under the table, and she
Yeah.
was like, "Really?" And then he took the picture. And she picked
so,
up her
I mean,
plate.
I'm cool with public stuff, but like I don't really want everyone to know. So like we need to be somewhere in a corner, way in the back, like you know,
I can't do
something.
that
Let's get it on in public.
Yeah, we made some bad choices in
Baby,
our lives.
gonna be my subject.
What?
Please, ooh, baby, let's
Get it on in public.
All
Nope.
right. Thanks
Yeah.
for the musical
Yay.
interlude,
Shout
Rebecca.
Shout out to Khaleesi.
Thank
Nice.
you.
Long
Clap it up for
live
Rebecca.
you,
and for
Rebecca.
everybody.
Fuck all y'all.
Yeah,
Great.
so
Insecure is so genius, man.
so Insecure is really good.
Genius.
Speaking of Insecure, didn't you meet somebody from Insecure?
Yes, Yvonne. Because of Nessa and Mia Bell. Shout out to
She did
them.
not just send it.
Yes, they actually, she came in to do an interview with Nessa, and she came in and I was able to show her my Insecure on set submission video, and she loved it, and she said my production quality was popping. So it's Liddy again. But for real though, Issa hired me because yeah, I want to come to LA for 3 months.
No, that's belongs there.
Yeah.
But I think that's so cool that they're able to like get this all like it's on it, like it's real. We're really watching
Yeah.
this. I really
She
love
was great. Her energy was super great when she came in too.
So
She was
something happened this weekend, guys, that we all are going to talk about, right? Charlottesville.
Oh yeah.
Sorry to make it so
Yeah, yeah,
far.
yeah.
Quick change from
Right.
Yeah.
But I mean, those are the two things that
Yeah. Charlottesville.
wow.
So
just
It's-
I honestly
it's-
don't know.
it's so bad. It's so crazy that I'm not even flinching
Right.
nor blinking about this issue because this has been going on forever, ever
And ever.
and ever. I'm not. I don't really have much else to say. I don't know what to say. But I will say this. For the white people that, are in the streets and, protesting, I guess, for us, shut the fuck up. I appreciate what you're doing. But you saying, not all of us, right? Not all of us, as I'm on Twitter talking about what your cohorts have done, I really don't really feel like you telling me, not all of us, because I was in the street protesting with you guys. I also feel that Black Lives Matter. I don't really need you guys to tell me. Or say, hey, I can't believe this is happening. Shit like that. This is 2017. So the fuck what? This has been going on forever. Y'all are just getting wind of this because there is social media. So I don't want to really hear what the fuck y'all got to say, or y'all talk about how appalled you are of what's going on in the world today. This shit's been going on forever.
Well, then how do they handle it then?
No, I said I appreciate you in the streets. Do what you were supposed to do in the streets.
As in
Protest.
But you're
Speak
saying
to your others about the privilege that they use.
so you don't think they should come to someone who is a Black person and voice their concern?
No,
like
not
that.
voice. No, yeah, please don't voice your concern talking about, oh, yeah, it's not all of us that's like this. Like I'm supposed to give you a fucking pass. I don't care. And it's not about, I appreciate what you're doing in the streets. Shout out to you. But I'm not really about to be like, everybody except for these two white men who are walking the streets and protesting with us. I appreciate you. Keep doing the work that you're doing. But I'm not really about to talk either. Do some work. Talk to your fellow white people who think that using their privilege, use your privilege to talk to white people about what's going on.
It's very glaring to me too. The white people who, and I don't want to pinpoint them, but whatever. The white people that are now stepping up to say how much justice needs to be sought in the face of racism, and how all of these things that are happening in our country are so bad because the recent woman who died,
Heather
Heather. She's
Heather
right.
Heyer.
Rest in peace to her. And I do send my deepest condolences to her family because she was killed in the line of protesting. But what aggravates me so much is the amount of white people, again, that I see on Twitter or on my Facebook or on my Instagram timeline. They're like, oh, we must seek justice in this, horrible country. We must do this. Why are y'all just not stepping up and saying that? So I do kind of agree.
I mean, better now than never, but
No. Why y'all just not stepping up and saying that? Y'all ain't say that when the billions of black people that die every single day have been plastered all over. Y'all not raising a fist then. Why y'all gotta, like, it's just, I mean, and I don't want to offend anybody. I don't want to think people, I don't want people to think that this is a bashing segment, because that's not what this is.
it's not.
But why all of a sudden is it what we really need to do? It's that privilege again.
Right. I just want, your place sometimes is not in our streets doing the protest. Your place should be going to those fellow white people and talking about
places you think we, as in black people,
we
can't
don't go.
reach.
Or
with,
we can,
right.
we
Okay,
don't
so I
go or can't
understand
reach.
that. I
Don't
get
do
that.
those things. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate the protest. Thank you very much. But I also want to see white people talk to white officers. I want to see white people talk to, racist people, period, that they can reach and be like, yo, they're family members at their house, and say, hey, that's not fucking okay. That joke is not all right. It can start from there. It does not have to start with, I was in the streets protesting with the black people.
I mean, I'm sure there are people who
with the blacks.
I'm sure there are people who do that. There's no way for us to see that though,
Right.
Other than
Well, I'm
them
just speaking for those who
protesting.
don't.
Right.
Thank you to those who do. Thank you so much. To those who don't, that's what you should be doing, instead of gloating on Twitter and Instagram that you were in the streets protesting with black people because you think Black Lives Matter. Thank you. I appreciate it. But you could be doing so much more.
I just
Hold a seminar with white people. Invite white people to come and talk to them about your privilege, and talk to them about police brutality. Talk to them about things like that, instead of having to sit down with, I guess, thinking that you can march with black people, then, that's much better.
Use your privilege properly. Shit.
Well, talk
'Cause
to
that
your
shit ain't going
family.
nowhere.
Like, talk
That's what
within
I
your
said.
peoples. Like your great grandpa who still hates naggers. Maybe talk to him about the differences and what he sees, and like and talk to him, making him understand. But I mean, old people in their ways. Maybe teach the future and teach the people around you who are young enough to like.
Yes.
I mean, and I think when we say talk,
But
I
white
think
people don't.
besides just talking, I think sometimes maybe doing it and recording it and maybe putting it on social media will also help as well, because that's the only way we can actually
you-
see anything nowadays.
Get
Shout out
you
to
a
Michael
white
Rappaport.
group.
Didn't he do that?
Yeah.
happened?
Michael Rappaport did his little like
Rant.
you
Dumb.
dorks. Like it was
Yeah.
like a lot. He went off, but
Right.
it was interesting.
Right.
Go ahead. No, say what you want to say about it.
He doesn't do anything for me either, but yeah. go
No, I
ahead.
knew that was gonna be a thing.
It wasn't like no protesting,
Yeah,
but it was like,
I'm gonna go off on this Instagram video, and hopefully white people see. I want to. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Because there are some people that are white think that they have a pass to do and say certain things.
It's called privilege.
Right.
Like,
But no, I'm talking
try
about
to-
the past
it's still
as in hip hop.
privilege.
In hip hop.
It's still
And
privilege.
so they feel like they can say certain things because they've been given a pass, when that's not true. You are still white.
It's
Right.
still privilege, because it's still, no matter how you try to swing it, whether it's privilege on that they're using for being white, or privilege that it's privilege no matter what, because
Right.
they're the token in the room. A bunch of black people in the room in hip hop, and you're the only white guy. Privilege. for you to be, talking the way that you talk or whatever.
So to
It's
sit here and
privilege.
be like, "Oh, you dorks, you should be talking to those dorks.
Mm-hmm.
Sit down with those dorks.
Hopefully he
Those
does
dorks
do
are in
more
your
than
fucking
just-
family, fucking idiot."
Well, hopefully he does do more than all that.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Go
Than
ahead.
just to go off on Twitter and Instagram. But I think,
We're just in a different time. And
well, I think that the number one thing that I would really hope that everyone does is not to let this. I do believe that this is a major distraction from a lot of stuff that's happening because they be out here all the time.
Right.
They are out here in the South, in the North, in the East, in the mid. They are like they're not going nowhere.
And I think that's why I wasn't surprised.
I was like, not
either,
surprised.
because
I was just
Virginia,
like, I mean,
baby, Virginia, that's
They're
a commonwealth.
they're still hanging niggas back there
like it's,
and paying journalists to not talk about it.
right.
Like it's just like I really didn't have the energy this weekend to like be so upset that like it ruined. Like it was like, all right, so here we go again with another example of why we have to work. So I'm gonna go back to being joyful in me because I don't have no hate in my heart to white people. I don't hate nobody. It's too much to hate people.
Right.
But at the end of the day, I expect everyone to be respectful to each other, and I do. I hope the world gets better, and I'm gonna do my part. But at the end of the day, like me losing my joy and my happiness every single time something happens is like it's insanity. Like it's so
heavy.
much. It's just like, all right, my G, well.
It's definitely heavy. That's exactly how I handled it
I pray
too.
for
I just was
everybody
kind of
out
like,
there, man.
again, and I was on a production shoot, and I just was like, I can't deal with this because it's heavy. When you see all the pictures and stuff like that, it's heavy.
Yeah, I'm the opposite. I get heavily involved.
Right.
I don't blink at the deaths or whatever it is. Like I don't blink at that. It's just me listening to opinions that makes me angry.
Right.
And then I start to like really get mad. So
Yeah, that's why I have to stay off because
You
I'll
know-
be stuck
Right.
there.
yeah, and then I'm just stuck
Right.
there thinking about, the many, 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 many lives we've lost over these
Senseless.
Last
ignorant
couple
things.
years, decade.
well, not that just period.
Right.
In life.
Right. That too.
Senseless. It is senseless. It is so stupid. So, yeah.
I want y'all to tweet us. Tell us how you feel. Let us know some plans of action because we always talk about how we feel about it and what we're doing to, make change. I know we had a whole discussion about it a couple of like episodes back, but like, what are some things that you guys are getting involved in that, may persuade us to get involved in? What can be done? What can we do?
And just how you're coping with it
Right.
too.
The young man who was 20 years old and was beat
With a stick, right?
with a stick by a lot of crazy white people. He has a GoFundMe. I'm gonna find his name because maybe we can tweet
His name
that
is
out.
DeAndre or something.
Harris.
Oh, I saw it.
He has a GoFundMe.
It reached its it reached its max. It
Well,
surpassed, but we can still share
Still
it
go.
because
yeah.
he did need his medical fees paid, and I know
Right.
there were some celebrities reaching out to him to see if he was doing okay.
Right, and then
But-
also there's a Twitter page that has been like exposing all the white
One of the guys got
supremacists.
fired.
Yeah, so a lot of people getting fired. So maybe it's retweeting that. Maybe especially in the DMV area. I know a lot of DMV people listen to this. Maybe retweeting from that account because you never know who's a cousin in the backwoods seeing that dude with the hat on. Because a lot of them weren't from Charlottesville. They were from all over the place. I'm pretty sure I ran into someone on I-95 today. I was a little scared.
You mentioned tweeting, and I just remembered somebody was tweeting us 2 days ago. Her name is Jamila Estelle on Black Girl Pod. She tweeted us at Black Girl Pod, and she just wanted us to really just talk about even just the vocabulary like the president is using to describe what's happening in Charlottesville, how he's saying protesters as opposed to rioters or whatever the case may be. Like, people are really affected by that, I think, because when we do it, when Black Lives Matter does it, it's where those thugs are out there rioting. And honestly, when I think about it, did y'all see the way they were dressed? Like, they had suits on, they had khakis and polos, like looking like they were golfing. And I'm wondering if the way they look is why they're being
No.
called just protesters, or
No, because they're white. And
that too.
well,
Yes,
that's
but
just it. Period. And
Right.
because there was no machine guns. There were no tanks that were
Nothing.
coming.
No.
The
Nothing.
police left because they felt unsafe. Meanwhile, y'all went to go change. Stop it.
Right. That's
Stop
my thing.
it,
Like,
my G.
I saw no tanks. I saw no military. I saw nothing.
People
over
were able
there.
to drive their car through
Right.
protesters.
So
get
the
out of here
moment
with
black
all that.
people decide they're going to fucking protest, now you want to call out the fucking Air Force.
Come on.
Y'all can just suck my dick. Like when I say I don't enjoy this.
No.
Like not even enjoy. Like it makes me very angry that it's so here. Like it's oblivious. It's right here. It's obvious.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody sees it, but nobody.
Mm-hmm.
Like I feel like nothing can be done. And then people are like, oh yeah, work can be done. We can do more. We can push to do more. And I get it, I understand. But at this point, I'm so angry that I can do nothing else but just read a side of books.
Right, okay. That's a way to deal with it, and that's a way to cope
And
with
fast. That's it. There's nothing else I can do.
I mean, that's people have their different ways of coping. I think.
Yeah.
Because I'm not acting surprised over Donald Trump. I'm not doing that.
Oh, no one's surprised.
Nobody's surprised.
No,
About
no
the
surprise.
vocabulary. I mean, I'm not surprised about that. That's
Donald.
given.
Donald is funny. He finally said something today and finally said, racism is evil and those who cause violence, including the KKK neo-Nazis, like he finally called out his peoples. But it was like, dude, you 48 hours too late. And you could have said this because he was briefed on the woman that killed. He was briefed on the groups that were out there on Friday.
My
so
man
it was like,
golfing, bro.
like, stop
Didn't
it.
care.
So I think at the end of the day, how you cope with it, like get by how you get by, because we can't let this. In my belief, I won't really let nobody take my joy.
Yeah.
Jesus, good God, it's good. That's it.
Speaking of
But I'm
coping,
at work. I'm voting. Hope everybody else does. I mean, black
I think
people,
we need to really start
been
taking that
voting.
seriously, though.
Black women did 94% of us showed up to the polls and voted for Hillary. We was always about the life. And I'm really sick of everybody who said, well, Hillary would have just as would she? Now?
Right.
Now?
At least she would have spoke up.
She's on Twitter more. She was on Twitter more than Donald Trump this weekend talking about it like case by case.
Mm-hmm.
So like get out of here with all that. Hillary would have been just as shut up, my G. Get off her email and her dick and let her live. Anyway.
Place is a mess. It's a mess out
it's
here.
a mess, but it should have been a mess. It's just on social media now. So
Speaking of coping,
there's that.
God bless America.
since
No, God.
We're
Go
in
ahead.
here.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Keep
I
going.
was letting her
Sorry. What are we talking about now?
No.
We're moving on.
Yeah, no. I was just saying, speaking of coping, since the last episode, and y'all were yelling at me about crying, that's all I've been doing for the last, 2-3 weeks since the last episode.
Crying?
Figured I'd update and share
Good.
that.
Get it out,
Did you
my
schedule
G.
your cries
No,
or they just came?
Rebecca,
Okay.
they just came.
You just came and cry. How do you do it?
I
You
just
listen
cried.
to some music and you
No,
just,
like if something was bothering me and I felt like crying, instead of being like,
I
toughen
got
up,
it.
bitch, just cry.
I'm happy for you.
I'm not
No,
being
I
an
feel like I
asshole.
need
I'm
to-
serious.
No,
That's
I know.
growth.
I'm
Like,
just
that's
giving
really
an update
good.
because
And you've been getting
it's a
good
big-
sleep then because after a good cry,
No, we didn't get there.
back
Not there yet. But I did. I've been super hyper sensitive though, and that's the scariest part of it because I can't turn it off right now.
Yeah.
But I've literally just been crying every time something bothers me.
I've been crying a lot
so-
too, my G.
At
It's been
everything.
very
That's why I
interesting.
can't like watch things or get stuck in a place because I'm just gonna be stuck there.
Mhm.
But yeah. So Rebecca, just giving you an update, letting you know.
What's going on? You can't agree?
No. What? I can't agree. I haven't been in a crying space. I've been angry. I've been in an angry,
Why have you been angry?
angry
And
place.
I think you do have reason to be angry.
I mean, I've been in an angry place. Well, this is Scotty being again. I don't know. But as some people don't know, I don't know, may not know that I was involved in an altercation with a security guard a few weeks back. That involved me getting punched, kicked, and pushed for absolutely no reason. And it's a shame that I have to say this every time, but I was not yelling at this man. I did not put my hands on this man, nor did I put my hand near this man. I just was done that way because he told me to stand somewhere else, and I chose to stand to the left. So I was punched and kicked and pushed. I don't know how to take things anymore. I don't know, man. This year has been, 2017 for me has been the year of I don't know.
Yo,
Like,
me too.
I said that about a billion times, like, period. Huh?
I said me too. Rebecca hates that I use that term, but it's okay.
Because I don't know how to process these things anymore. Once you think that you're doing well, you know what I'm saying, and you're doing okay, you're not. You know what I'm saying? And I know that's just life, period. Shit goes wrong. You got to bounce back. But I'm starting to really not really be too fond of men. I don't know. So I'm like in this space where I can't trust men anymore. And that is I guess it's further than security guards. But the fact that this security guard had felt like he had the right to punch, push, and kick me.
It's so excessive. So excessive.
And laugh about it, of course. He laughed about it with his security guard friends, and, they did their thing. But I'm starting to reflect, and like I said, I'm fasting, guys. So I'm doing a lot of praying and a lot of reflecting. And I'm realizing that a lot of my hurt stems from men. A lot. So I don't know what I'm supposed to do. And I know that I have to get over it because men are going to be men, and I'm hopefully going to have to marry one, and maybe I give birth to one. But I don't want to hate them. And I'm getting to a point where I hate them.
I think that what happened to you is one of the most atrocious things that I think any of us have ever really experienced or witnessed, or just have as your friend and person who supports you and sees you all the time. I know we hate to see you going through this. But I think the best thing you can do is to feel everything right now. Don't block anything you're feeling. Don't feel like it's
right, but I don't want to have to hate men. I don't want to go through a moment where, obviously, I don't trust men. I don't respect men. Nor do I realize this. This is what I realized during my reflecting.
I was going to say, what made you realize that?
I don't have sympathy for men when they hurt. Emotionally, physically. If they die, of course I do. But that's about it.
But why?
And I'm not talking about my brother, because my brother is a part of me.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as other people, my father, some family members I don't care about. I don't really have any, because I know I've seen in my family many of women hurt. A lot of women, battered and bruised through relationships or just, I don't know, dealing with men. And I've realized that I am the same way. And I hated realizing that I am battered and fucking bruised from relationships with men. Whether they're toxic, because I guess most of them are, I'm doing something wrong. And I can't fucking figure out what it is. And I think that's what's killing me is, okay, you realize that this stemmed, of course, all the way back from your father and you being 5 years old. Right. Get it. Get the fuck over it. That's the part where I'm struggling with, that it won't go away.
But have you...
I was about to... Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Have you really... you see how you just dismissed it and said, get the fuck over it. Have you really mourned it? Have you really gone through, the process of the situation?
I feel like when I go through the process, then I get hurt by somebody else, another man. Then I feel like I don't feel protected around men. I don't feel respected by them if they think they could do certain things. If the first man that you love doesn't respect you, it's hard for you to think that any man will respect you.
Right.
So I don't really think, I've of course, as a kid, I mourned it, cried about it, really wanted my father so bad. But then moving on, you get in these relationships. Of course, it's growing pains. But then you really just sit and you reflect and you're like, damn. Some men just treat you like shit.
Are you seeing, I'm not a therapist, but I'm just like asking, are you seeing anything in these men that is reminiscent of your father, and that may be why you're getting hurt? I'm trying as your friend, I'm trying to help you, I guess, talk it out.
I don't know. I try to find, my father was very funny before he was an alcoholic. So he
like
was
a funny person, you mean?
very,
like literally
very funny. Like always jokes. So I had that. And that was it. That's the only thing that I look for. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I don't really know where I'm hoping that this fast, you know what I'm saying, for me praying and stuff like that. I just want to feel like myself though, and I don't feel like myself, and it's making me very angry. And I'm like, maybe this wasn't myself. Maybe this person is myself.
No. Because I think the one thing that we all know is that you have to go through it. Like the only way to go through it, to get through it, is to go through it. So we have all been at these like horrible ass places where the only thing we can do is cry. And I think right now you're being opened up in ways that you might have never expected. So I think right now you need to go through it and hate.
When is it over? Like my thing is like, okay, I'm going through it now. When is it over? When is it over? Because I don't want to do this anymore, and I don't want to think about it anymore. And I get it that we have to like go through it to get through it, but my fear is me having a kid and me hating it being a dude. You know what I'm saying? It being a son, and me having some animosity towards this kid because I know he's gonna end up hurting another woman like this. Or I hope not, God, but I'm just saying I think so far ahead, of course.
Yeah, no, but let me stop you there. You can't think far ahead. You have to think in your moment. And you have to understand that what you don't want from anybody, like what you don't want in a man, you would never raise in your child. Period, point blank. There's no hate or any animosity that would get you to that point where your child, your seed, literally a human being that you covered, that you carried, is someone you would raise other than what you would want him to be. You get what I'm saying? I hope that makes sense.
Right.
You don't think far ahead. That's what we do sometimes. Right. We overthink, we think forward.
Everybody has fear of the unknown. I've said this tons of times. That's my biggest fear. And my fear is just I just can't get over it. I can't get over it.
So the one thing that I know is that prayer works.
And it's been working.
That's what I'm saying. Prayer works. So whenever you feel this low and this like you really feel like you can't get out of it, you have to let go. And you have to pray, and you have to turn to God, and you're fasting, and you're doing exactly what you need to do. And then you have to trust faith more than you trust fear. Because right now, fear and frustration has you like choke in a chokehold, and like actually, and I hate to use that word, but it literally has you like you can't breathe, you know? So like I want you to like continue to think more about the faith, and that you'll find someone who not only loves you enough to have a son with you, but that you'll see enough in that you trust him and that you'll love him, because you deserve that type of love and you deserve that type of happiness. And you deserve a bomb son who's going to know how to treat black women, because you're going to raise him to love black women.
Exactly.
Right, but I want him to treat women, period.
Right.
Like, they're good, but I know that I'm thinking ahead, but I'm just thinking, I don't want to just be born. I just don't want to just have a kid a son, because I would want it to be a son, but I just don't want to have any animosity towards him or any animosity towards another man, period. And that's what I'm fighting. I'm like, why? And I realized with my last relationship and a few that I don't have respect for men. I don't have any respect. I don't have, any kind, like, when they get hurt, I really just be like, they be fine. They be all right. They good. Whatever. Like, I never think about men getting hurt by me. I don't think it's possible. I still don't think it's possible. You know what I'm saying? Y'all bounce back. Y'all be fine. But then I think about, men that just, I've done, and that's the problem, I guess, that I'm doing a lot of thinking, because I've been in this place where I told you guys before the mics were on, that I just be sitting in my room. Sitting in my apartment, just nothing.
Right.
sitting there and just thinking all day. And then when I go out, I feel like I make bad choices. So then I come back in and sit in my room all day.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's healthy to have this much thoughts.
It's healthy to an extent. You just gotta, like you were saying before the mics were on, you had to say, okay, I'm getting out. You have to be sure to continue to do that. Like, you can't get stuck.
Well, I want to ask, because you were, not that you were having similar issues, but you were having, in the last episode, Alicia, some issues that we helped you through, and you said that you've been crying. Like, what has been getting you to the point? Because it is a good thing that you're letting it out.
Right.
I
No,
will
for
say
sure.
that.
For sure.
D, it's a very good thing that you're letting it out. It's a good thing that you're crying. What has been helping you?
This is gonna sound so like made up, but literally the last episode, hearing y'all tell me like, bruh, just let it out. I just have a problem with being open. I wanted to cry in that moment. I was just like, I'm not gonna let them see me cry though. I could do it when I get home later. And I just was like, you can't keep doing that. And then any moment that I felt like I needed to cry, I would text my cousin Tyra and just be like, I need to talk. I wouldn't even hit send, and I felt like she would just call me right away. So she calls me, and I call her back, and then we'll talk about it, and I'll just cry. Like,
I don't want to burden anybody with anybody's thoughts, with my thoughts, because there are a lot of thoughts. So, and they change. You know what I'm saying? Some days I'm up, some days I'm okay. Like, I'm good, and I'll be good. You know, in front of people at work, I'm good.
Me too.
Easy.
But
yeah. A moment outside
I'm
of that
by myself, and I'm like, why? And I know it's just the one question. Like, I don't. And then the fight with the dude does not make it any better. You know what I'm saying? Because my face was swollen, my knee was swollen.
Yeah, and
I had contusions everywhere. So it's hard for me to be like, who cares about the black woman, period? Who? Like, if I can't trust, of course, Rebecca, you hate this, I know, but the black man to care for the black woman at any cost, like, it, not just because we're together or whatever it is, but just a random black man to care for the black woman and think that you can actually put your hands and hit them like you do without envisioning your mother, envisioning your sister, envisioning something like that, then I don't see where I can trust anybody. I'm just saying that because this is the Black Girl Podcast. So I'm just saying that it's never okay to hit any woman, period. Point blank. Anywhere. I don't give a fuck what color she is. I don't care. But it hurts me that at the police precinct, I had to make it very clear over and over again. I was not drunk. I did not hit him. I did not yell. I did not put my hands in his face, nor did I just put together a confrontation that would make him feel threatened in any way.
I don't care if you did do all of that.
Right.
There's still no confrontation big enough for you to do.
But it's questions that are asked, you know what I'm saying, when black women are involved, because we are known to put our hands in people's face, yell, and make people feel threatened enough to hit us. And that's why it's okay to some people that we are beaten. You know what I'm saying? So, I start thinking about that a lot too, and, trying to really, I don't know. I am lost, guys.
It's okay to be lost.
It is.
I'm
learning that.
I don't
day
think
by
anybody
day.
is like knows like everything about what they're going through. And I often feel lost. I mean, this whole like past 10 days, I went home and I just literally sat on the couch and like did nothing. And like my mom was worried about me. Like everybody was like,
Are you okay?
"You good?"
Yeah.
I just needed to be numb. I just needed to not do anything. Like, and there are times when like you get so sick of the whole like, what's next? Oh my God. There's a lot of change happening in my life right now. And I realized that I just shut down. Like I just was like, nope, I don't feel like being Gia.
Right.
I just feel like being a lump on a log and watching TV. And then when I left, like today, when I left, I was like, I just listened to sermons. I did the work. I'm doing the work. Like I know how to get out of that space because I've been there so many times that it's like, I get sick of myself. Like, I'm like, all right, G. You're like, yeah. Ain't no, like, come on, my G. Like, there's so many good things happening. That God has you. You know that when whoever believes in him knows that he's going to keep you and hold you. Like, you have to put your faith above your fear and all the things that are bothering you. And you have to, like, just literally let those thoughts pass. Like, don't sit in them. When you feel that way, there's a Bible app that's incredible that has hundreds of plans and devotionals. You're fasting, you're doing your thing. You have, I can send you amazing sermons that get me out of those places in like an hour and a half. Like, there are ways to do it. But I think once you stop fighting it and stop like just running away from you and what you're feeling, like let it all come out. Like, don't feel like you're wrong for feeling that way. Because you're not
know
wrong.
What's me anymore? I don't know.
I also think you're going through your shift. And sometimes you just don't need to know. You just need to let it happen. And sometimes you need to be numb in order to go through that shift. Yep. And I think Rebecca, every time I like speak to Rebecca on the side, she's like, bro, if you don't just stop what you're doing for a second and just sleep or just sit there, just chill, like you need to kind of be silent in order to hear your next step. And if you don't allow yourself to do that, then you're gonna be overwhelmed. Like it's not easy. I'm not saying it like, oh, tomorrow you'll be fine. No, I'm overwhelmed every day, bro. Every time someone texts me now, I'm like, I'm okay. I'm doing all right. Like, I'm not great. I'm not doing good. I'm not doing that well. Why? I'm overwhelmed. With what? Everything. Literally. And sometimes you just need to be in your house and just sit there and just find your peace.
Yeah, but that's not me. And I thought that wasn't me. I thought I am the person that, okay, I can bounce back from anything.
But you are gonna bounce back. It's just you're not ready yet.
This is not fast enough.
And that's where
the shift comes in.
Right.
That's where maybe you're saying maybe this is the person that you thought you were is not who you are. Everybody got shells. We could put it in so many different analogies. There's so many chapters in our lives. There's so many new versions of ourselves. Exactly. We're discovering, like, I can give you all the corniest affirmations.
It's not even about corny.
And it's not about corny. I'm just saying that for lack of better words. But like Gia said, your fear is going to, she ain't say this, but she was alluding toward it. Seriously, your fear can be the death of you.
Yep.
And it can break
that.
you.
And I felt like knowing I was good at that. I'm good at acknowledging the fear and be like, fuck that, I'm gonna break through it. I'm gonna break through it. But my thing is, this thing right here is so fucking hard that I don't understand, and it makes me so angry that I can't get over it. Like, and I'm getting through it. I'm doing the fasting and I'm doing what people say do and, doing it right. But me has always been, you go through it on Monday, you're done with it by Wednesday.
And
you can't put a time on your change,
and this
though.
time, that's not you.
You can't
that is okay. I don't mean to interrupt you, but that is okay. That is okay because sometimes a storm is not going to be 2 days, and you may have thought that before you may have thought that before it was like that, but maybe I don't even know how to express it the way that I want to because I don't want to scream at you.
You just can't put
a time
on your shift.
You can't put a time on the storm.
But then,
and are you like? I hear you. You're talking to us.
I don't want my career to suffer. I don't want my relationship with people to suffer. I don't want my friends to think that I don't talk to them anymore or whatever it is. I just don't want to talk to anybody. Like, I don't want to talk to anybody.
And that's okay sometimes.
And I understand sometimes, but this feels like all the time.
Right now, because you're stuck in it now. But you have to have patience, D. Right. You got to be patient, D. You have to understand that your plan is not what you have to be patient. You have to. You have to.
Rebecca, you was going to say something?
I don't know. I feel like a lot of the struggle with things like this is kind of like we can't reach a conclusion because we can't understand it.
Right.
It's so complex. It's so detailed. It's so not what I expected. It's not part of the plan. It's I can't break this down, and that's where the frustration is, because you're trying to overcome something by trying to understand it.
Right.
But it's like maybe some things just aren't meant to be understood.
Correct.
Some things are maybe just meant to be accepted. Like you went through what you went through with your father. He is the person that he was, is, may always be. Accept that's the kind of person that he's
I
gonna be.
do.
Do you?
Yes.
Do you accept that you have moments where you just want to be alone? Instead of beating yourself up for being alone and wanting time away and not talking to somebody, accept that that's the kind of personhood, the kind of person that you are, that you sometimes need time.
Right.
Sometimes you want to be away from people, and that's okay. They have to understand that's the kind of person that you are growing to be.
Right.
Maybe this is your shift. You don't think that you're somebody who would wallow over something for days. You want to get over it within 48 hours. Maybe you're not that kind of person. Accept that. Doesn't make you weak. Just accept that's the reality of something.
And it that also doesn't mean that that's who you're always gonna be.
Always gonna
Just
be.
means in this moment is what you're going through.
And if you are going through something, you have to accept that I'm going through something.
Right.
And it's not going to be my permanent state of affairs for the rest of my life. The mere fact that you know that you're in something means that you already have leverage over what you're going through.
Correct.
Because it's not overpowering you. You're mentally able to see yourself in it.
Outside
To know
of yourself.
outside of yourself, to know that like I'm going through something, and it's not going to overwhelm you because you have that perspective. But you just need to be able to know when to give it to yourself, and then when you're giving it to yourself too much, too often, too frequently. Like it's weird to be like be depressed or whatever, but it's like it's part of being human. You have to let yourself feel sad, feel angry, feel jubilant, feel satisfied, feel feel disrespected, feel respected. You got to go through all the shit so that you know what it is that you're feeling when it's right and when it's wrong. You can't run from it. You can't try to cover it up and be like, just get over it, move past it. You got to go through shit. And it's fine to go through it.
Right. When does it get over?
And stop putting a
You're like,
timestamp on things.
You have to. It's the hardest
The best
thing to
thing
do.
you can do is just do not lose focus of what your goals are as you work through what you're working through.
And that's hard too.
And all of it is hard.
I'm losing focus on everything because I don't want to do anything. I want to sit and not cry. I just want to sit.
Right.
And this is actually the most crying, I swear to God, I've ever done. As far as like, period. But I think because I just didn't have anybody to talk to it about. I don't.
No, you did have people to talk to. You just weren't ready to talk about it.
I wasn't
Difference.
ready to talk to my friends about it or anything like that. And I do it on a podcast. But I
It's okay.
I understand that. I get it. But I just don't want it to affect anything else. I don't want it to affect my work. I don't want it to affect my ambition to do things. And, I know, like, relationships are like, they happen. It happens, period, all the time. But this makes me very scared about the next relationship or whatever relationship that I'm going to get involved in, and me knowing that I won't trust this person nor respect this person. Like, I think before I didn't realize that I just don't respect men. Now I'm totally aware that I don't respect nor I don't respect them, nor do I trust them, nor do I feel safe around them, period. So
this is where
now
I think we need to start holding ourselves accountable. And I think the fact that you realize this, and this can be an issue in your life, your career, whatever, I really think this is where we start to hold ourselves accountable and say, okay, maybe I should really seek therapy because this part of me is the part that I really don't understand and I'm fearful of. Because that's heavy. Like, that is something that you absolutely should speak to somebody about because it's heavy. And to have that and holding that and you're walking around with that baggage, that's not light at all.
Or even being, when you say hold yourself accountable, even being cognizant and knowing how to operate with those around you. Because you're saying that you feel this way. And while, yes, therapy is something that I'm pretty sure all of us want to seek. But while you know these things, now, how is Deani going to be able to, move around others? Like, because you know how you act and because you know you don't trust men, what can you do?
I mean, around like
that-
friends and stuff like that, I can do that easily because, you know, I see them sometimes. If a male is like my friend, I don't see male. I just see you as like maybe just my friend. I'll talk to you about anything, whatever. But as far as relationships, which I probably won't get into in a long time until I figure out the fuck is going on, I don't know. You know, somebody in a relationship had told me that they feel like I don't respect them. I don't respect them. I don't talk to you like I don't talk to him like I respect him. You know what I'm saying? So I have to learn how to start all over again, how to talk to men. Maybe I'm not doing it right. Or I don't know. So it's just, I don't know. It's a shit load of shit. But I'm like, damn, I got to start from square one because I thought I had it together.
It's work.
A lot of work.
It's work.
Right.
But if it's work to better yourself, I feel like it's worth it.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like if it's starting at square one to become a better person in, you know, your terms on what you feel, if you feel that, you know, doing these things and starting back at square one is going to make Deani a better person, I feel like it's worth it. And it's not anything to be afraid of.
Yeah,
at
but it's something to
all.
be ashamed of.
No, the fuck
no.
is not.
Yeah, it's 'cause
Would you rather be
not.
ashamed that you're starting over and learning how to treat people or how to treat men? Or would you rather be ashamed that you're going through all of these different men? Well, let me rephrase that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No.
No, but like you're going through
conversation.
but you're going through all of these motions and you're meeting different people. Let's say that you date, so what? Let's say you date 5 more people from now and you are rude to each and every one of them and you don't know how to treat each and every one of those 5 men. And then your reputation will be, well, Deani doesn't know how to talk to men. So would you rather be ashamed of that or would you rather be ashamed of the fact that, you know what, I started over and I'm learning to be a better person and learning how to treat men better or just people in
why
general?
should I learn how to treat you better? Why should I treat men better? That's another question. What about you? Do I have to treat? Why? Why exactly do I have to treat you better?
Meeting someone. Go ahead, G.
No, I was gonna say. I mean, it's something that you want to work for because it's killing you, even if it is just for your unborn son and your future husband.
Right.
To have in your life to understand, even if it isn't treat every man with a let me walk you over a puddle like niggas, we good on that, but like just on some
Just lay this
let
blanket
me
out for
lay
you.
this blanket out. You be on your 1990s R&B, but like you just so you can feel okay and in knowing that your future son won't be affected by what you're feeling now.
Yeah, but when you have a thought, when you think in your mind, and I don't want to dwell on this too much.
No, we could dwell. Let's talk.
But when you think about this, when you think that your heart is okay, like you have repaired it, it is cool from, the past, you're good. And then something like a fucking security thing, that really broke me down. I don't know what about it really put me into...
It's a traumatic experience.
It is.
Yeah.
If you don't even know what about it, that's where you need to stop. Give yourself time to think about what about this? What am I learning from this as far as how people have talked to me? Who's giving me support? Who hasn't given me support? How do I feel about men? Why do I feel this way? What haven't I, concluded or resolved with myself before? What haven't I accepted? Give yourself time to break this apart. Like, just don't be like, it happened to me and, oh my God, I'm drowning in the effects of it. Like, think about it. And don't let it fucking terrorize you or ruin you. It happened, yes, but this is supposed to be teaching you something or giving you enlightenment about something. Like, open that part of the experience up to yourself. Because you don't want to just push this under the rug and think that you're good. And then a few months or a year later, you're like, damn, I thought I was good. Like you said, I think my heart was fine, or I thought my mental was good. Come to find out it wasn't because you didn't give yourself time to really go through it.
And Deani, it's only been like a week or 2. Like, that's not enough time at all. No.
Yo, superheroes have vulnerabilities.
Listen,
They
Right,
have
but why? But my
vulnerabilities.
thing is, I understand it's been 2 weeks. 2 weeks is a long time.
No, it's
No, it's
not.
not.
2 weeks is a long time to sit and dwell about something.
No, it's
yes,
not.
it is.
No,
People
it's
go
not.
through like
Not.
2-year periods of depressions and crying.
And
like
no
people
one- right, and
have
no one is
gone through
listen,
really long time.
If you feel like people are expecting you to just come out of it,
Yes.
like no,
Yes,
no,
that's very true.
No.
Yes, everybody's expecting me to be cool, and I understand.
Who? Not none of us, D.
Right.
You gotta go through it. You have to feel it because you are the only person that went through it. And the only way that you're gonna be able to face it head on
Right.
is if you literally just allow the chips to fall where they may lay.
Right, but then you have friends who tell you, I'm not saying any of y'all, but I'm saying there are friends who tell you have so much going on in your life that what do you mean?
Guess what? Fuck them.
Yes.
Right, but
Because they're not living your life, and you're not living. What the fuck? Does
but then you feel selfish for being like, okay, I'm dwelling on all this shit what's going on, but yes, I have I've been blessed to have certain things that are happening in my life, career rise. So fuck the other shit. And I'm like, no, well, there's more shit. But I don't say that. I just be like, okay, I guess, people are like, what are you depressed? What are you sad over? You have so much going on. Don't let that ruin it for you. And I'm like, well,
But but those are
and
people.
I meet tons of people. Like, I'm not, and I don't tell everybody I'm sad, just disappear. And so then people are like, yo, you good? Like, what's up? And I'm like, yeah, I've been going through a lot, whatever. What could you possibly be going through? You're having so much career success.
careers and everything.
So,
It's not even just about that. It's also just about they won't ever get it because they see the best part of you on
Right.
social media.
right.
So when you see the best part of someone on social media, what happens is they think, well, okay, you had a little fall with this person. You'll be fine because you're going to be on BET TV tomorrow.
Right.
No.
Right.
When I come home, I have to deal with it. And they don't understand that part because not saying that
but
we
they're saying
should.
think about those things
No.
at home.
No, that's
Think
okay.
about those things at home, and then you wouldn't be upset about it.
I mean, to a certain extent, I do agree, but no, that's not gonna make me sleep at night if I'm dealing with feeling like this man, 500-pound man, hit me and I'm supposed to be okay in 2 weeks. No, that's not okay. You're not gonna be okay until you feel like you're ready to move on from that situation.
But
And
I don't
until
understand why. And I guess I'm taking Rebecca's. I mean, I have to sit and think of it because I don't understand why it's affecting me like this. Because I've been in tons of fights. So
It wasn't a
different.
fight though. You
it
didn't
wasn't a
him.
fight. This is the first time actually in life that I have not raised my hand first. But I didn't. I'm surprised by it. But for that to happen and then all this other shit to really ruin me, you know what I'm saying? Where this shit happened, this event, and then a whole series of other events start to affect me way more than it would before this fight.
You know that's normal, right? Like you're going through a normal thing right now. You should feel like that. It's okay to feel like that.
Yeah.
It's normal. You got to remember that. Like you're not doing anything abnormal in the moment.
I know. I just don't want to. I don't want to feel like people. People are like, oh, you dwell on this too long.
No,
and
because
whatever. And I've never been one. Especially, I don't want to bring up moms, but my mom is like that. Very. It happened. You're sad. Get up. I get it.
Oh
Get
yeah,
up.
my mom is the same.
I get it. You're sad. I understand. Get up. You're fine. And I understand. I that helps me sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like it helped me on Sunday when I told you guys that I had to literally make myself say, all right, bro, you got to do something today.
yeah.
So I went to Walmart. But even with Walmart,
Walmart's the place to be.
right,
Don't
Walmart.
sleep
But
at
then
Walmart.
I stand there and stare at shit for minutes. And people look at me. I was staring at hangers. Had to be about a good note. And 5 minutes is a long time. 5 minutes is a long time to be staring at something and just looking. And I'm not even thinking about shopping. I'm thinking about what the fuck is going on with me and why? And why now? Why now at 26? Why now?
That's a
Why
good
now?
question.
Why
That's
now?
That's a
Where
good question.
I tell y'all all the time, my shift happened at 27 years old. I was 27, and I was like, why?
It's not, but I think when it's why, it's like it's it's you're implying why me, why
Right.
me, as opposed to like why now.
Yeah, right now.
Why now? What
Yeah.
what
am I
am I
preparing
not?
for?
What am I preparing
What
for?
am I not prepared for?
Right,
Like,
it's
what am
like-
I not learning?
Right.
Yeah.
What do I need to see here?
Right.
What haven't I seen
Right.
before?
And
What is
so
this exposing
That's
to
the
me?
frustrating part because, of course, I have no patience. So I'm like, bro, I'm talking to God, you know. So I'm like, yo,
Hey,
bro,
bro.
like, listen,
Bro.
That's how you got to talk to him. Talk to him. like that.
I'm out here.
Just
If you
talk
see
to
that
him.
I'm out here, I'm gonna need you to really hit me with what the fuck. I mean, what
Maybe-
is going on?
He's teaching you to be patient.
I was just about to say that.
Maybe he's teaching you to be like, you can't have all the answers right now.
But he knows or she knows. Whoever
God.
God be knowing that I understand I'm that way, but it's also torture for me. And I'm like, all right, I'm speechless. I don't know.
You
what-
gotta be
I don't know.
patient.
Things aren't going to be like perfect all the
Gotta-
time. Like, with God.
Like I can
At all.
understand career would have me acting like this. Career would actually be having me wrecked. I've been there. Not having any vision with your life and not knowing what you want to do. But now that I know what I want to do, you know, I still feel very, just anxious, anxiety. This shit is different. This shit I fainted. I have anxiety attacks when just reading. A bitch be reading and I have to put the phone down. I mean, put my book down and literally sit on the floor and do breathing exercises. Because the Lord knows that I have fainted a lot, guys. If you don't know, I'm a fainter. I faint a lot. I've been fainting since I was 5. So, I don't know. I don't know what is going on.
I'm telling
That's
you,
okay.
it's your change. It's your
fine.
shift.
It's okay.
It's absolutely
There's
fine.
nothing wrong
You're
with
not-
not knowing.
You're not supposed to know until
You're supposed to know.
exactly.
And then sometimes you might
won't-
not even know.
Right.
Even then, like there's stuff that's happened in my life where I'm always like, I'll beat myself up over it. In decisions I've made that I was like, you dumb. And I had to go
Yes.
through it, like not talk to people. I don't always feel like talking to people. And I think in our line of work, it's very overwhelming sometimes because it's like you have to be on.
You
Like,
have to be
people
on.
are like,
All the fucking
man, she was mean. I
time.
thought she was a nice person. Sometimes I really don't feel like talking. Like, shout out to all the girls that email me about like meeting up. I hear you. Sometimes I have to fill myself up before I can help you
Yes.
get to where you need to go, my
Thank
G.
you, God.
I love you all for your support, but I
Thank
really
you.
have so much to do. Like, I can't give any energy away right now. I have to like get out of bed. What you're feeling is how I feel too. And and it's frustrating, but it's not something that I'm like, it's not something that I'm like, this is going to be a hard journey. This is a part of the journey. This is my time to feel how I feel. I think that it's preparing me for something. I think that it's making me uncomfortable. I think I need to be uncomfortable. I think that it's going to help me be stronger. But I'm looking towards the light at the end of the tunnel and not really letting the day-to-day like kill me. Like I could be doing so much all the time. I should always be doing something. But sometimes I'm like, I have so much to do. I'm just going to lay down. And then I
right.
do
And
nothing.
And that's a real
Right.
feeling to have.
And it's like, I'll get up, there's a check. Someone's like, yo, come host. I'm like, down. And I can be on for 5 hours. And then when I get back home, chill. Like, it's okay. I don't beat myself up for that because I'm like, when I get to the place where I'm on, I know I can do that. But right now, I'm not in a place to be on. I don't know if it's summer. I don't know if it's just because right now I don't have like 12 jobs. I don't know. It's just right now I'm numb. And I am like my best friend. I was talking to her this weekend, and she's in this beautiful space of peace and happiness.
Right.
And she was like, and I was talking to her. I was like, honestly, I haven't, been as connected to God. Like I've been praying, but like I just been lazy about it. Like the regular, like in rotation. Like thank you God for waking me up this morning. I
Right.
pray that you protect my mother, father, sister, and brother, and my family and friends. Thank you for the opportunity, but not meaning it. Like
Right.
just in that
Doing it in
in
routine.
rotation. And she was like. She was reading a book and doing a 40-day practice with Michael Beckwith, who's an amazing like spiritual like thought leader and a pastor. And he was like, sometimes spiritual practice is no practice at all. Like sometimes you just have to be numb, and sometimes you have to be okay with it. And then when you're ready, you return, and God will still love you, and God is still there, and He's always there, and He's always keeping us. So even when you're going through something, like He's here, talk to Him. When you feel like you're in those situations, pray, like And it
And I
works.
have. I mean,
it works.
and
You
then-
just have to get like
You got to
Right.
allow yourself the time to let it come into you.
this shit ain't perfect. Don't believe Instagram,
Right.
y'all.
No,
And
it's true.
like you see me smiling, but
You have to allow him to be a vessel in you. Like you have to allow your prayer
Yeah, but
to
I
go
don't
up
just,
and
I
come
don't,
down.
I need you to tell me what. Yes. So I'm praying to you, and I'm praying, and I pray for, I pray just for strength. I pray for other things sometimes, like, hey, I need you to make at least take the anger out for 2 seconds.
Pray for peace.
So I can do things. And then it'll come right back. But as far, I just pray for strength, because I don't know what is going on with my head and my mental right now. It's so weak that I'm like, I really don't have answers for anything about me anymore.
that's okay.
And that's really far. That's a far thing to say. That's like so dramatic.
No, it's
It
not.
is.
No, it's really not.
But
It's
it
really
really,
not.
it really is. But it's like,
It's only dramatic for you because you haven't experienced it yet. It's not. It's
Not
not.
that bad. You'll be okay.
And those anxiety attacks, that has to come out of you. That's everything coming out of you. Like,
Right.
You gotta let it happen.
but I've just never had anxiety attacks about personal issues. I've always had anxiety about work. Anxiety. That's the norm for me. Work and money. Money. But as far as personal life, I don't think it feels right. It just don't feel right. It don't
So
feel
now
right.
that we've had this full hour-long conversation
Sorry.
about it, which is, we want you to talk. Is there anything that you feel like we've said, or anything that you would like to take away that you're going to like work on? Because we hear you saying everything, and we're giving you feedback, and you keep saying but. So I want to know if anything is like sticking with you, because maybe you're not in a place to receive what we're saying, and we understand that, but we don't want you to
There
feel
goes that
like
but.
there's the but we don't want you to feel like, like we're trying to say this because we love you and we want to help
I
you.
appreciate it. I appreciate it a lot.
Nevertheless, we want
However,
we do want you to take, your own way to do it. So we've all given you like how we're getting through it, but I just want you to hear that, like, you're not alone in this. You're not alone in how you think, and you're not, and what happened to you, you are alone in that. But is there like anything that you want to, that you've taken away from it?
I'm taking several things, especially the patience part.
you still meditating?
Yeah, every morning.
Yeah.
That's part of my prayer. You know what I'm saying? I try to do both. So I've been doing that. I'm not saying but.
Nonetheless.
Sometimes your mental is so weak, that shit can just go anywhere. Like, I'm trying to stay focused with with meditation and prayer. Sorry, but yeah, I have to listen to you guys and just say that this process is necessary, and I will get through it.
Yes, you better speak. That's another
but-
thing. You got to speak life. Like, don't speak to everything that's
I know.
happening. I will get through this. I will be fine.
Affirmation.
Affirmations.
And I want to be fine. I do.
So then
I
you will
will
be.
be.
Not that I want to,
I
as if
will
somebody
be.
else has your fineness in their hands.
No,
And it's like,
no,
I
no.
want that. You give that to yourself.
Yeah.
Right.
Give that to
We
yourself.
could pray right now. Y'all want to pray? I feel like this episode needs a prayer.
Go ahead, pass the peppers.
You want to pray it out, Gia?
Deacon Safari.
Does
you gonna
everybody
say a word
not
or
want to
two?
pray? If no one wants to pray, then I don't want to pray.
No, I
Nah, because you've been quiet for like the last 20 minutes and I seen you.
Put two on her.
Yeah, put 2 mics.
They got 2 mics.
No, I
to her.
mean,
Ooh, you sound good.
I don't want to take anyone's like shine, but I mean, I've been going through a lot too,
Can you speak on
talk about
and
it, please.
I mean, it's a lot. And,
about it.
I had an anxiety attack the other day, and it was just like I don't know how to bring it up. Not that I'm embarrassed, because I'm not, but it's just it's a shift. I do believe that We all go through these things. We're in our 20s, early 30s. And I had to stop putting an expectation on my life. So like the last episode when we talked to you, Alicia, I was talking to myself.
Yeah.
And just sitting here listening to y'all, I'm just soaking it all in. But it's a lot. We just have to. I haven't been talking because I'm just not in a space to, like Gia had said earlier, pour into somebody. And I love all of you, and I want to lend support, and I want to lend advice, but it's just going through a lot. Thinking that you're gonna be somewhere, and you're not there yet. Thinking that things are gonna happen, and they have not happened.
Right.
Having to
make decisions
that
are hard,
and having to do things for the betterment of yourself that you really do not want to do, but knowing that they're gonna
Pay off.
Yeah, that's kind of just what I'm going through right now. So I don't really want to get into it.
You don't have to. We ain't gonna force you.
I'm sorry.
No. I mean,
It's just a lot. It's a lot.
it's heavy.
To apologize for?
It's really heavy, and I get it. I get all of us go through the craziest things, and sometimes traumatic incidents do allow us to, they propel our situations that we probably had tucked under. You might have been going through these things, but they was tucked under, and this traumatic incident propelled it just a little bit, further in your life. Like, yo, hi, this is something that you need to handle right here. So I could truly attest to that. But it's just heavy. And it's not, one thing I will say to our listeners, it's not easy being a Black woman that is 20 something in 2017. It's not
Shit may
easy at
look
all.
cool.
Bro.
Right, but
Shit is fat. It's cool
not
now.
easy. And all of these, like, I know one thing that I can, talk about is like all of these. I'm proud of how far I've come, because somebody was saying something to me today. Like, be proud of how far you've come, not how far you want to go. But I can't.
One more time.
Be proud of how far you have come and not how far you want to go.
Jesus.
I just can't. I'm just stuck with it and wrestling with it, because they were like, you just did this and you're doing this. And yeah, all of these things are happening, but how I am feeling inside is totally different from all the things that are happening on the outside.
Yes.
So though, like, I get it. Those friends that were like, oh, you should be blessed. You should feel like this. Yes, I should. And I do feel blessed and appreciative for everything. And I'm sure, D, you feel the same. Appreciative and blessed for everything that has been happening. But it's a totally different thing when you're stuck in the middle of it.
Yeah.
That's it.
And my friend, Travis, my homeboy Travis, we like, that's my bro, but we don't speak that often because he's super busy. He's like a celebrity stylist, hairstylist. He cuts for celebrities. He's just been reaching out to me like randomly lately, and he's just been like, yo, how are you doing? And like I told you, I've been just saying, I'm just existing right now. And I just was telling him like I'm super, like, just going through a lot, and it's hard for me to just live in this haze that I've been living in, like literally just feeling foggy in my head. And he's like, a hard time. He's like, you have to understand that these are some of the best moments, because you start to reminisce about these moments later. Like, dang, remember that time you were going through this and you made it through it, and that, you just look back at those moments like, dang, I was really going through my change and my growth, and I didn't appreciate it then, but I'm appreciating it now, because I see that's what I needed to go through, even though I didn't think that's what I needed to change. But you find out later, like, this is what I needed to become this me, this present me, not past me, the me that could have handled it and got it over it 24 hours after it happening. But you see these moments, and these moments, you just turn around and just end up smiling about it, like, damn, I'm here. I'm on the other side of the hump. And you just gotta remember that it's coming. It's coming. You're not going to stay here. You're not going to stay here. The only way you will stay there, Deani, is you really truly believe that. And I know deep down inside of you, you don't really, 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 truly believe that, because you know there's so much more of you than this moment. It feels like it, but deep down in your soul and your heart, it's not you. And you know that. And you will overcome it. You just got to let it come. You just have to find your patience. And patience is a hard thing to find, but once you find it, you're going to learn how to use it. And you just got to be okay with that. That right now, it's hard, and it's going to be hard, and you have to go through that. But you will literally overcome. You will. You will. You will. And you got to believe that. You have to believe that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I hope so. I hope so. So,
guys, sorry for a heavy episode.
No hoping.
This is an episode that, of course, I don't want anybody tweeting me.
Oh, you can forget it.
Bruh, everybody about it.
Listen.
They done tweeted you 12 times in between the last 10 minutes.
But I'm just saying right now,
per person.
you know, please with the, men that's going to at me about me hating men. It's really like I'm going through it. I understand. I'm fixing it. I'm trying to, at least. Please, I'm asking you, don't attack me on it, because I will attack back. So if you choose to do that on Twitter, then please be ready to get your ass handed to you just like you would have any other day. So with that, being said, I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for speaking to me. Yeah.
Be prepared for the tweets that are super inspirational.
And the quotes.
Oh
and
my
the Bible
God.
verses.
I will, and I want to say.
No, I'm about to end this in prayer. Go ahead. Wait.
No, we will. I personally want to thank everybody who's reached out to me or like tweeted me or DM'd me. Just people are genuinely concerned, like texting friends of mine who listen to the podcast and just saying, yo, just reach out to Alicia. Kind of was scary a little bit to see how people received me, but truly, truly appreciative for everybody who's reached out. So be prepared for that.
And I feel like I have to clarify. My hate for men runs deeper than a relationship. My hate for men stems from my father.
No, that's clear.
My hate for men has stemmed from being in, and that's another thing I guess we have to talk about. Alicia, we said we would talk about one time, which we'll talk about later.
But
it's just being sexually harmed by men or attempted rape and things like that.
Right.
Or raped, just period. But those things, there are tons of things. I don't want people to also at me, because I'm just envisioning
no, and I think
the adding, yes,
no,
of them saying like, "Oh, you're doing this over a man." No, it's
No.
not over just a man. It's over the series of men that I've had in my life that have done really crazy, just mean things to me.
No, we'll talk about it next
So
episode.
we'll talk about it next episode.
For sure.
We'll talk. We'll have, maybe we can have somebody in here, to talk about therapy.
Maybe we can get a therapist.
Maybe a therapist.
Episode 20?
Maybe something like
Are we
that.
on 20?
Mercury also
18.
is in retrograde, so shit is crazy. Right now for everybody.
I swear.
Is it always in
And it's
retrograde?
always National Sibling Day. Like, it's always that. It's always the same thing. Like, always. Like, shut up. Always national something. Like, shut up.
Y'all look crazy.
So now we're gonna. Anybody else have anything to say? Rebex,
No, no.
you're good.
Mm-hmm.
You're happy. I also enjoy seeing you this way.
We spent the whole episode.
outside. Oh, okay. I mean, the whole way outside. I'm talking about from the outside looking in, not from the inside looking out.
Of course.
You're not. I'm not right. So I'll just say I really do enjoy.
All right,
And
literal.
And Rebecca,
When?
What? How was that bitchy?
and I think I want to say it's okay for you to not speak when we're in our moment too. Like, don't, because I kind of feel like sometimes we're like, speak, Rebecca, we want you to talk. because we want to hear your perspective.
Willow wisdom.
Yeah, no,
No,
I'm
she
sorry.
is.
I always want her
No,
to talk.
I mean, no, I think all of us have a little bit of willow wisdom in us, for sure. But
I
yes,
don't have
coming to
nothing for
you,
you.
yes, yes, y'all
I
do.
know
love
Willow
you.
wisdom
Stop
in me.
lying,
I'm
y'all.
so negative today.
Today, but there are days when you're not. Stop it. But it's okay.
laugh is
I am not. I really love
It's
you.
okay, Bex,
So
to be
far
in
from
your
this.
happy place. It's
What?
okay.
It's more than okay.
It's
It is
okay
goals.
to
It
protect your
actually
magic.
Gotta be
it brings
happy.
a little bit of light into my life to see that you are what I see.
Girl, I work
Happy.
with her every day. She happy, y'all.
Yeah.
So glad that
Oh,
you're wearing
happy.
white now. Let's
You're
go.
You're wearing linen and white. There's
that shit
air,
was linen.
there's air going through your
I'd be fucking
outfit.
lit. I paid $60 for this shit.
Damn, if you're wearing $60 dresses to work.
$60 is
You
a
wearing
lot
$60
for
dresses.
some,
I had nothing to
honey.
do with it. It's a baby shower, and I had to go shopping.
Okay.
Last minute.
No, but again, I just want to make that clear. Like, you being quiet in these situations is okay, because sometimes you have to protect your magic, because it took so much time for you to build where you are, and sometimes you just have to sit back and just, absorb.
Please
It's
reject
okay.
any
It's okay.
negativity.
That's not even what happened, y'all.
No,
That's
I'm
not-
not
that's-
saying.
I feel
I'm
weird.
not
Like,
saying
you
that.
didn't say
but
that.
That's,
I'm not saying
quiet
that.
because
I'm not-
I
like,
like letting
I
the
didn't
floor
think that until
talk.
Alicia was like all the negativity.
I don't think we were negative at all.
No,
I feel like
I
I-
just
it
feel
out.
like it's you give good advice. I mean, when you listen more, I like letting the floor be had by others
Right.
who are getting things off their chest, because I'm not gonna try to cut you off or say something just to say something. Like, I want to try to understand what you're saying, and if I have something of value to give you, then I'll speak up at that moment. But if not, I'm not just gonna talk just so you can hear somebody talking back to you for the sake of talking back to you. What
Right.
good is that?
Right.
I understand.
Well,
I just
sorry for talking back.
No, different strokes for different folks. It's just how. I don't know.
No, it's
playing
fine.
with you, I'm
No,
playing,
and I
I'm
didn't
playing,
take
I'm
it like
playing.
you were just
I
being
guess I should shut up
silento.
next time.
I know
no,
you
I
long
listen to
enough.
each and every one of you. I really do appreciate and listen to every piece of advice that you get, because I don't talk a lot. I choose not to talk to a lot of people, except for how many other people listen to this fucking podcast.
The
Everybody
25,000 other
guys.
people.
Right.
No one's here.
But it's better this way, because I don't have a lot of women friends too. I don't have a lot of women friends. I got one woman friend that I really do trust, and it's Trisha.
That's
Shout
the
out
same
to
for me.
Trish.
So I don't.
It's not you.
But
So Saphira thought that
Now
she
you
was the
know
girl
that is
that
her.
Rebecca was talking
You
about.
ain't
Obviously,
did.
it wasn't.
Say it for the people.
No.
So I don't really have
Mike,
that.
she has said that.
Right.
That's
was
really
a friend.
crazy.
Right. I don't
See
have
how it
that.
goes?
You are in your new apartment.
I am in my new apartment.
Be in your space by yourself. This is the first time ever in your life you've
I've
been
lived
in your
alone
own
in my
space.
life. Yes.
That is
So-
why you feel crazy as well, because this is the first time you can't turn to anyone in your home, in your sacred place. Be okay with that.
Decorate.
And yes,
I can't. I don't know how to. I'm stuck.
Rebecca can.
Pinterest.
Yeah, but everything on Pinterest looks so girly that I'm like, God, it makes me want to throw up. Like I
Oh
just.
my
Oh,
god.
how about
Yes.
you just
What
look
you
for
look
bachelor
at?
pad ideas
Huh?
then?
Exactly.
Right.
No, but I want bachelor pad. I just want black.
Okay,
I want
there's
my
dope
place
No,
to
no,
be
no, no.
black.
Black
That's what
is
you don't
what we're
want.
not
A
gonna
bad
do,
color.
because
That's
you
a-
really
Use
be
a gray
depressed.
and black and white.
I don't
and
like
then
white.
splashes of green.
I don't like.
Uh-huh.
You need
And
to
then you
make
can do
sure.
gold or like a pewter
I like
or
gold.
bronze
I-
accent.
Gold is bronze.
A bronze with a green?
All right.
What about bronze and
So
black?
anyway,
Pinterest
here we
account.
go.
Bronze and black.
Mine is bronze and gray with accents of like white, but I'm still figuring
And
it
it's
out.
off-white.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm,
yeah.
I'm still
I
figuring
don't want
it out.
any white because I wear makeup and I might touch
Touche.
something
Touche.
and it'll be over
That's a
for
good
me.
point.
So I'm not really with it.
Not
but I
on the sleeping thing.
no, I do. Yep, I will lay down with makeup
a
on my
vase?
face.
On a vase? On a
Yes.
white vase?
Yes.
Okay.
So I just. Oh yes, I will touch it if I touch my face and I happen to touch the vase.
Oh no, it's a real thing. That's
Oh
a
no,
real
no,
thing.
that's a very real thing. But I mean, like you would know not to touch the vase
Nope.
when you're doing
No, I
your makeup.
wouldn't.
Yes, you
No.
would.
It happens. But
Never
no,
really
you're
know.
in
The
your
vase,
own space now. Be in your own space.
But is it safe to be this way?
Now, if
'Cause-
you here for the next 6 months, then we have to just call someone.
All right.
It's different if you're here in like 3-4 months and you feel like you
People
haven't
are
moved.
life
That's when we
coaches,
need
too.
to. Yes.
I don't get life coaches. I don't really understand that.
No, but you have mentors. Reach out to the ones that you think will give you what you need.
They'll give me the same talk of You have so
Mentor
many
for
things
that.
going on. That's what I'm saying. I don't have a mentor for that. I have a mother, you know, a mom who says, you know what? You'll be fine. You know what's going on? Everything. You'll be okay. And I'm like, okay. I mean, she'll talk me, you know, the first day she'll say, you got one day to cry about this, and then you have to get up.
Well, then
She's rough.
train yourself to not do that anymore. Just because it's coming from mom doesn't mean that that's how you need
That's
to.
Right. That's what I'm
End
saying.
all,
But
be all.
I'm saying mentors. I don't really have mentors for my soul. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have mentors that I call it. I'd be like, hey, help me, guide me through this, because most of mine are career wise. You know what I'm saying? I have career mentors, including, you know, yeah, I have career mentors who I look up to, and I'm like, all right, what should I do if this happens? What should I do? This happens. This happens. So yeah, I understand that. I think this place though does help me, period, because it makes me realize that not everything is bad.
Right.
I have something good that is this apartment, and this is what I
And it's
prayed for my
yours.
whole entire life.
Right.
I prayed for this forever.
And look when it came.
When
Didn't
I'm
happen
depressed,
quick.
the
No.
most depressed
Oh
person.
God! Don't you go find the negative and the positive.
It came when you needed it.
Exactly.
Yes, that's very true.
Jesus.
So, yeah, thank you guys. Now we're gonna end this very dark podcast.
It wasn't dark. It was
with
honest.
a very,
it was
very
transparent.
light, beautiful.
No, I ain't
prayer.
gonna sing for y'all. Nothing
No.
like that.
I told y'all this
And
is gonna be a
now,
long episode. Y'all
The
gonna
Ministry of Music
What?
from GFS.
Thank you,
It
Deacon.
is. I love that song. It is well with me. Ooh! Every time.
I can't listen to a gospel song.
Yeah,
I
'cause
will
I'll
cry.
cry.
My
Oh my
eyeballs
God.
out.
Oh my God! I will give you a gospel song
I
that will
can't do
help
it.
you.
I can't. I'll
Break
cry
Every
to you.
Chain is the one that
Change
gets
me, oh
me.
God. That one. Make me. That
Tamala
woo,
Man.
Tamala
No.
Man's Change Me.
Nope.
Ooh, we gonna make you. Ooh, we gonna play it
No.
when we leave. Okay.
But there is a song
Remember
though,
that?
if you don't know, that'll make you cry, and it's a gospel song.
you
It's
guys
called "You're Still My Child" by Mary Mary. Have y'all heard that song before?
They're awesome.
I really, it makes me
I don't know
very
if we're gonna be
sad.
able to do
I'm
this.
just
You might wanna
happy
come over
that
here.
Rebecca is holding my hand.
I know. I thought she was gonna be like, y'all can't pray.
Y'all
You
can't
need
pray.
to get a grip.
Oh, okay.
Rebecca. Yes.
Just get your face
All right.
off the
Said,
thing.
let
Because-
her do it her way.
You're gonna
Let's
get
just be happy
mad
that she's
oil
here.
on your forehead. Ugh.
All right.
Gross.
Okay.
I'm gonna get pimples.
Dear God,
Excuse me, in
You
the
don't
reverence
know.
of God. Thank you.
amen. Dear God, thank you so much for this moment. Thank you for all of us for getting here. Thank you for getting us here safely today. Thank you for watching over us through the weekend. Thank you for watching over us for another week. And we pray that you give us the strength to get through this week and through every week coming. Dear God, we are all dealing with different trials and tribulations. We are all dealing with things that are making us get on our knees and pray to you. Help us to say the right things, Holy Spirit. Help us to know exactly what you want us to do. Help us to follow in the path and the footsteps. And we know it's going to be difficult. And we are asking you, Lord Jesus, to watch over us, to watch over our fears, to watch over our dreams, and to help us not only understand it when we need understanding, but also to just be and trust and know that we are your child, so that no matter what happens, no weapon that forms against us will prosper, dear God. We thank you for every single moment. We thank you for every win. We thank you for every battle, because we know that for those of us who believe in you, dear Jesus, that everything will work out for the good. We ask that you pray over our sister Deani, our sister Safira, our sister Rebecca, our sister Alicia, and me, Gia, because we all know that it's not going to be perfect. And we ask that you pray and be with our listeners, Lord Jesus, because we know that we are not the only ones going through this. We ask that we can be honest with each other, and that we can hold each other and be there for each other and be the visible, tangible feelings of you on earth. Dear God, we thank you for everything, and we thank you for the things we don't know that you're blocking us from, Lord Jesus. And we thank you for this moment and for this sisterhood, and we thank you for Black Girl Pod. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.